today. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like anything. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like a him and hunting off. We can be either like anything. For today.
All right, I'll put you on next. All right.
The subject for today, but him ting off, but him and anything, 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 but
That is the grossest behavior that you can do as a content creator. You are the worst kind of person to do that for content creation. You're everything that I stand against. I've never venomously been so against somebody in my life until this point, but oh my god, this is horrible.
Fight fire with fire, it's a dirty game. Gonna float like a feather in a hurricane. Oh, living on the edge. I can't shatter my soul when I break the ice. Though the water's deep, I'm gonna toe the line. Oh, living on the edge. Yeah, I make these dark skies blue. I make these mountains move. Let the rain come down and I'm pushing through. Yeah. Sing of the arrow from Babylon, the weight of the world, but I carry on. Oh, living on the edge. Ha! There ain't no stone gonna pull me down to the bottom of the ocean and break the ground. Oh, still I'm on the edge. Oh, I'll make these dark skies blue. I'll make these mountains move. Let the rain come down and I'm pushing through.
You can revoke consent. I'm a believer in karma, and honestly, I hope karma is something here. I really hope that karma is real.
Oh my gosh, chat. I don't think we're going, are we? Oh my goodness. Hello, chat. The rumors of us magically leaving were exaggerated horribly. Everybody thought that we were just gonna leave. And that's not what's gonna happen at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I cannot take credit for that. Mizu made that edit, by the way, guys. Make sure to say thank you for that amazing edit. Welcome to Under the Tea, the only podcast that has more journalistic integrity than real journalists themselves. How are you two doing tonight?
Well, before we get too into it, I just wanted to say with that ending where Allara says, "I hope karma comes for you," literally like 2 days after she posted that, her hard drive got corrupted.
Yeah. I hope you recover your files.
I just think it's funny, like... You can't be like, "I hope karma comes for you guys," and then literally the next day, something that kind of rarely happens just immediately hits you.
Yeah, it's...
That's God telling you to rethink what you're doing.
Oh my gosh, that is the funniest. I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh at...
I do, that's
but
funny.
like, that's like... Oh my gosh, okay.
Also, yes, that was Mizu in a pencil skirt. I will post that into my fan art in the Discord later.
Oh man, yes, that was a good job that our main artist Ari has done. By the way, chat, if you saw, we now have new little reactive models in the chat. I have gone ahead and added them here for all of us. So whenever we don't feel like using the models, which should never be the case because the models are amazing, we can have them up on the screen here. We are very derpy. We are very awesome. I feel very autistic with this model on, and because it is autism, I think it's acceptance month. You should accept this as my final form.
Podcast's not going to be streamed on Twitch anymore. No, I'll get it started again next week. I'll just do it on my Twitch.
Yeah, we'll do it on yours. So the reason why we kind of switched to just YouTube is we kind of wanted to corral
have everything in one spot.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to have everything in one spot, especially since right now we're ad free. If you want to enjoy it, here without having to listen through 8 minutes of ads, or however many ads Twitch decides to put on you. This is where you come. Excuse me. So anyway. Do we want to like talk briefly about our time off that we spent?
I took a nap.
I was bored.
My teeth started to fall apart.
It's like after having a week off of not streaming, I realized how much I really like streaming.
No, I agree. So, just for chat, for anybody that knows, our manager, which one day we need to bring onto the stream. He's already agreed to come on when I have a topic for him, because I have an idea for him. But our manager was like, just take a few days off. He doesn't care what happened. What's funny is, while all this was happening, at first he was like, "What did you guys do?" And then he took a look and he's like, "Oh yeah, just take a few days off. I've seen way worse." He's like, "If this is what you're worried about," because none of us were really worried, but he's like, "If this is what would get you worried, you might want to back down now, because there's way worse that can come." So he's like, "Listen,
I mean, it's like,
this isn't bad at all."
At
I was
least
never worried about me.
At least we didn't, off anybody.
Oh
That
no,
would be
yeah.
something else.
Listen, yeah, no, exactly. And I have no real aspirations to do that, but like,
At least we didn't get exposed one day later for the exact same thing we were calling out.
Do you have... Okay, that's a good So one of the people that decided to like dunk on, or quote unquote dunk on us, got exposed for the exact same thing Tora did.
Literally like a day later.
Quite literally. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this up with these kinds of people on Twitter. You can't make this up. It's hilarious.
I mean, usually when someone attacks somebody, they're usually projecting.
Oh yeah, all the time. Whenever these people are out like that, they are projecting overlords. I can't. It's just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious to me.
And it's like the one thing that I'll say about the entire situation is that if you're just going to unfollow me so you still have my follow, just soft block me or block me. I don't want to follow you if you're just gonna, quietly move aside.
No, I agree. I had a few people that were like that too, and it's just like, you could at least say that you don't like my, because I can completely understand that people don't like our opinion. That's fine. I don't care if you like or dislike my opinion. But you don't deserve my follow if you're just gonna leave. I actually had quite a few people that reached out to me. Quite a few. A lot of them were like, they were like, are you okay? And then they're like, I may agree or may not agree. But they were all like, it's kind of shitty that people are just dogging. And I was like, that's Twitter for you. It's not real life.
Yeah, I would say we got like a lot more support in DMs than I thought we would have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
But then
agree.
again, I also had to realize that like basically anyone who called us out is not somebody who was ever on our radar to begin
No.
with.
Oh, absolutely not. And I will say, because there were a lot of people, some of them from our past that we're not going to talk about, but they were like, oh
I'll
my
talk
gosh.
about them. Fuck them people.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about them. But there were a lot of people like, oh, this is the big thing. This is the big thing that's going to ruin them. And it's just like, what do you mean? What do you mean this is going to ruin us? I don't see in any world how saying that we have a disagreement with something is going to ruin us. You aren't going to watch us just because we covered something you like. You think you have some entitlement to our I don't know. I just think it's funny that these people are like, oh, you're done, kiddo. You're so done. You're just like, oh, you're gone.
No, some of them felt like they were trying to gaslight us. Like, that was a because we sat and we watched some of Allara's thing, which by the way, chat, Allara's stream, I had never sat down and watched one of her streams before.
I never will
I don't
again.
care what drama she gets in, I'm never doing that shit again.
Never again.
That is the most
Never.
painful thing in the world to watch.
Unless
Like some people said my mic was bad.
Oh. Now I'm not going to speculate on Allara because that would be mean of me. Mizu can do it if he wants, but ma'am, if my mic sounds this way and I am using a voice changer because I'm an octopus, you got some work to do. You're 10 times bigger than me. Why does your mic sound like that?
Yeah, and there was also like I said, it sounded like they were trying to gaslight us because one of them was like, see, they pushed away all their fans. They're even saying in their stream they hate their fans. It's like,
No, we didn't.
we know what our regulars' names are.
Exactly.
Mhm.
We knew literally none of those people were regulars. What are you talking about?
Like,
Yeah.
I will say,
You're not trying to appeal to people who hate us because they already hate us.
No.
You're not trying to appeal to those people because those people already hate us. And you're not trying to appeal to our fans because our fans knew what was going on.
No, yeah, exactly. It was just bizarre to me because they're fighting with their fans. It's like all our fans were literally fighting with the other people in the chat. Like, and maybe like we could go over the clips that they did because in all honesty, I think the only thing that got me mad is just how much they were lying about everything.
I was an octopus. I thought she was a squid.
That's racist,
like-
Miguel. I'm sorry. I might have to ton you up for that.
It's like the clips that she used. They're like so out of context or clipped so maliciously, especially
And we'll
any
get to
with
that later,
Mizu
for sure.
talking.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later because
Yeah.
she
Because there
deserves
is
it.
one specific thing I want to address on her stream. Like, for the most part, I don't care. But there's one thing she did that I genuinely feel like was probably extremely unethical.
Oh no, I agree. And for somebody who because here's the funny thing, somebody on Twitter called me out for being a bad journalist. I don't know what I'm pretty sure thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I've said that I'm a journalist. I take that back. All right, I no longer am a journalist. I am a shit stirrer. All right, I am a shit stirrer drama reporter. All right, I would rather be a Keemstar than I would be a journalist. All right.
Oh, that was a funny one. I had a lot of people saying they chose to be a Keemstar and it ruined them. It's like, we literally joke about being Killer C-Star all the time. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm super offended by the Keemstar comparison.
I would rather.
Genuinely, the only real complaint I have about Keemstar is I don't like that he uses the P word too much.
Oh, he does. He definitely does.
He's very liberal with throwing it around. I don't like that. And I don't like that he has so many people doing his work for him, but that's a different thing.
Oh, that's yeah. But like,
I think once you get to a certain size, that's kind of inevitable. Because I've seen a lot of larger YouTubers, when they credit writers, they literally have like 30 people in it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
Do you not do any of your own
yeah,
stuff?
no, I know exactly. I know exactly what you mean. It's just one of those things where it's just like, I would much rather be called the next Killer Keemstar than I would being called the next journalist, because how all journalists act, Allara especially, no thank you. No thank you.
Did you see his April Fool's post? Didn't he say he died or something for his April Fool's?
Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people are like, I know this is April Fool's, but I really wish you were dead. And it's like, guys, even if you really don't like somebody, like, there's some stuff you just don't say.
No, there's just, and that's like what bothers me the most is, like, it really bothers me, and I guess we could talk about it with some of the people say, oh, you're defending, was it Stone Toss? I was like, no, I just don't want you to dox him. And all these people are like, oh, they defended Stone Toss and getting doxed. And I'm sorry, I don't want to get off.
Rather be called a slur than a journalist.
Same. I feel like anybody would, but that's
especially
just,
lately. Oh my god,
that's just me.
Yeah.
they've gotten so bad lately.
It's absolutely horrible.
Stellar Blade is for the male gaze, but Bayonetta is female empowerment. Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, and also though shit from the drama is still funny, because thanks for signing us up for so many newsletters, guys. Thank you.
I didn't check that, but that's funny.
I mean, I've been
signed up for a
deleting
bunch of
them.
newsletters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I
You
haven't
would think
been.
that they would sign us up for like GLAAD and not CNN or Fox News.
Yeah, I don't know like what the idea is there, because like even if we don't like these, it's like, okay, you sign us up for a news outlet.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the news outlets, if you tell them no, most of them will stop sending you shit. So it's super easy to deal with them.
We by the way, chat, we appreciate all of you. All of your support did not go unnoticed, especially from my end. So you all are very much appreciated. And we love and observe all of you, and hope to continue to repay your kindness with bringing only the hottest drama, which is all we bring is drama.
The hottest goss.
The hottest goss. All right.
Oh yeah, in chat, I will have the full video from the start here uploaded to the YouTube later.
Yes.
So you guys can just watch it.
Yes, if you want to just watch it.
Finally a new uploaded video instead of, our live streams every week.
It'll probably be copy struck, but that's fine.
Who cares?
That's fine.
It's a good video.
We'll just say, sure, you can make ad revenue off of it.
I worked hard on that.
Road to 300 subs. That's right. We crossed 250 today, by the way.
Yay!
Cool. By the way, I might also add, thanks.
Season 2, the parasocial arc.
I mean, once we get merch out, sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mizuhana body pillow one.
See, I want that, but then I saw that Cuddly Octopus had to remove a lot of their not safe for work body pillows, and now I'm like,
I mean,
I don't know where I would go.
I mean, technically, they did not remove them. You just have to specially request them.
Okay, that's weird, but I still wouldn't. prefer they could be like out in the open.
It's definitely getting harder, and this is one of those things that saddens me because these banks that are forcing companies to remove certain things have only been clamping down because people don't care, because it's not coming for their thing yet. And I just hope that enough people scream into the void to stop these banks from taking away everything, not just the stuff that we don't like, but the things that we do like.
Need stickers. That's probably the first thing we should start with, is like little stickers.
Oh yeah, I will say,
Oh, what I
Paco,
really want is, you know, there's like little acrylic stands they make.
You
They're
want
like
a-
flat, and you just put them on a little stand. I want one of those.
yeah.
I love those.
I will say Paco does have a sticker and t-shirt machine. Because again, he works in merch and stuff, so he'll help us out with that.
American Express got ejected recently. Oh yeah, there was a thing with, for those of you who don't know, there's a Japanese website called DL Site, which has
Yep.
like a lot of dojins and a lot of not safe for work stuff. They recently had to stop accepting Visa, MasterCard, and American Express.
Yep.
Yep.
Will there be a Yumi plushie? I kind of hope so.
Yubi plushie. What's that?
Yeah, my little sister.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry there's not been more with Yumi in it, by the way, chat. I know people love Yumi. I love Yumi too. But money tight. I gotta get more stuff with the podcast friends.
Before we get started with anything bit major, can I use the restroom real quick?
No.
Fine.
You
You
guys
should have done
can-
that before.
I did, but now I have to go again. Just talk about something random for like 2-3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Random. Oh, real quick. Also,
Mm.
I chat for you guys. Gonna go ahead and put the reporter Mizu in my fan art once I get to it.
You can post reporter Mizu on the team Twitter as well.
I should. It was a really good photo.
It is so fucking good. I need to get one of Lumi doing something with your guys' little fishlings.
Yeah, here, we'll go ahead and post it. Is there anything you had going on today or this week, Lumi?
Not really, honestly. It's been boring and quiet and just work being work. Truckers being stupid and not opening their swing doors before they almost leave.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So you know those trucks with the long trailers and all that?
Yes, question mark?
Okay, the fucking large trucks that no one wants to get boxed in by on the highway. Those ones.
You mean semis?
Yes, the semi trucks.
You were just making it sound like there was some third type of truck.
No, the semi trucks. Some of the doors are swing doors where, like, you know, you open them like a regular door, and other ones are pull downs. The swing doors we sometimes get, and the truckers forget to open them before they back into the building. We've had that once, and we've also had a trucker only open one. And then, you know, we couldn't load anything in there, and we were like, hey, can you come back? And they're like, no, I don't want to, and hung up.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Did you enjoy your pee?
I did. Chad, you're gonna have to bear with me, by the way, because I have teeth
Paco's
that
being
are.
a big baby.
I mean, I am in a lot of pain right now, but I'm laughing because it's better to laugh. I've learned from a hat salesman that it's better to laugh and point and laugh than it is to just complain all the time. So I'm not gonna complain, but I'm gonna ask that you bear with me.
Lumi trucker arc win.
No, I don't want to drive the trucks. I'll load the trailers. I ain't gonna drive the trucks.
Baby
Also,
Aquamodel.
Also, like, lot lizards will come up to the truck, and then I just gotta be like, no, thank you. I'd have to keep a gun on me.
Lot lizards.
Lot
never heard
lizards
that
are
term?
gross. It's like, okay, there's the 5-cent whores on the New York strip corners, and then there's lot lizards. They are right below those.
They're the lowest tier of prostitute.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, second lowest. The lowest are the ones that are doing it for drugs and not even money.
Yeah.
I see.
They
Did not say for
usually
words every podcast be called Under the PVT? No. I think we decided on Finsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are into water sports, so no thank you.
The lady doth protest too much.
Lot lizards keep truckers sane. No, they don't keep truckers sane, especially with how some of them have a lot of drug problems, especially with Crystal.
Under the corn VT.
We had a discussion about corn in that manner the other night. As they say, country girls make do.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, chat. So I made the thing for tonight as well. I made a PowerPoint.
Mizu did a lot of preparation tonight. Do you want to switch over to that right now?
If you two are fine to go
Okay.
ahead and do it.
Let me make sure these.
Yeah.
Let me see. Will these buttons work? Yes, the buttons work still. Most of my buttons broke, chat. So I'm trying to fix them. We have a PowerPoint presentation for you. Oops. There's a scroll up there. We're going to talk about 3 of the biggest people that we've covered so far in our 27 episodes, and then we'll just talk. I also have the playlist of all of the other things that we've talked about. We'll talk about a few of the smaller stuff. But I figured we'd talk about the first person that we ever had on the stream. Now, before anybody asks, Marina is, she calls herself a Kraken mommy, but she and I are definitely not friends. We are opposing cephalopods. I don't even know if you would counter that.
Oh, I'm dumb. I
They
made
don't
this whole
forget-
PowerPoint with the idea that we were all going to be in the bottom right. I forgot we changed layout.
Oh well.
I could have used my
sorry.
space so much more
I'm so
effectively.
sorry.
But I know people who like Marina and other people who
Does she even
like
use
the
this model?
reference.
That's
I
the
don't
question.
know.
I don't know. Maybe she does randomly. It's her like biggest. I think it's her like her most expensive looking thing. Which
And it looks so bad.
I have no comments. I'm trying to be nice.
It does. The scales look terrible. I say that as somebody that really wanted like a fish farm that had pretty scales on it. Her scales look awful. They look like somebody sneezed glitter all over her thighs.
I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be scales. They're tentacles.
Excuse me.
Why? Then why? It looks like it has scales on it. Okay.
She wants.
I don't like them.
She wants to be that octopus girl from Little Mermaid. I guess I don't know.
New too. Thought I was gonna have models there.
But I know whenever Marina or someone who she's close to brings up her being on the podcast, I seen someone say, "Oh, you know, Marina was hosting it." It's like, no, she asked to be on the
That's
podcast.
right. People said it.
That was a big thing. Is
So
people
dumb.
kept saying that Marina hosted a debate for us.
No, there was no host of that. We were streaming, and she found the stream and said, "Hey, can I come on?" And we let her on.
Typically
My
asked to show up.
Ursula, yes. I would say, yes. She's a soul-sucking thing. Oh my gosh, that's mean. Excuse me. But no, she was one of the first people we ever talked about, and
She has been featured on the show
she's
4
been featured.
times.
Is it 4 times? Are we counting this time as well?
No, this
Holy
would be
cow.
5. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
this is 5.
gosh. When you
Although
count,
admittedly,
Wow.
one time was just kind of in passing.
wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And you talk about milking content, chat. We're not milking it because it just keeps coming.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I kind of did these like in the order that we would talk about them as we got to them.
uh-huh.
But this was the first thing that like put Marina on the map, as it were, which was a bunch of people started calling her out for basically everything she had done in the past finally stacked up on her, and somebody made a huge document calling out every individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she decided she was gonna make like this huge twit longer, which I copy pasted everything she wrote and put it into a Twitter and she actually found the character limit for Twitter Blue. So Twitter Blue
Yeah.
does have a character limit, and Marina found it.
By the way, tell me when you want me to scroll to the next one. Funny.
I mean, yeah, we could scroll to the next one already.
All right.
So chat, if you didn't know, this is what the character limit for Twitter Blue looks like.
Hopefully Tyga feels
So
better.
long.
I think Tyga's just chugging along right now.
Oh, they
I
took a
thought
break.
they were on hiatus.
Yeah, they took a break for a while.
They're
I
chugging
got a
along.
DM from some people.
Fair enough.
So chat, the reason I put the tweet from Kyo in the corner was because this is the tweet that set Marina off for some reason, and I don't know why. With like all the horrible criticism they got coming at them, that tweet is the one that set them off.
Really?
To this day, I genuinely don't understand why. We even asked them on stream, and the only thing they had to say about it was, well, it wasn't them. It was everything was stacking up, and they were just the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, oh yeah, the people saying that you should lose all your money and go homeless weren't the one that broke the camel's back. This very gentle criticism was. Okay.
That's crazy.
I personally feel like they don't like this person, and they tried to take it as a chance to take a swing at them,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
and they just assumed everybody would go along with it with all the other stuff they put out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, chat, this is kind of what set Marina on the map for us, and this is what we discussed on our first ever stream, where she showed up to defend herself and did a piss poor job of it.
It was.
It was bad.
It's like it was our first podcast episode, and we weren't expecting a sudden debate, which was just talking in circles for almost 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was wild.
It was crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did feel gaslit by her for a little while, just because I was like, oh, maybe I just need to give her a chance. Because I'll be honest, chat. Even though I consider myself somewhat of a knowledgeable person in the VTuber scene, I don't really know a whole lot of people here. And I feel like she took advantage of that. And when I found out, I was really pissed off.
So chat, because some people have mentioned it, I can say Tyga is okay and they're in a safe place. I've been asked to not discuss them any further though.
Fair enough.
In
Unhappy
DMs.
Tyga is at least safe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you want to move on to the next
Yes.
drama they got into?
We can.
Yeah.
That was the
Yes.
first drama she got
Oh.
into, and she thought she came out of it like perfectly safe,
No,
and that everything went well for her.
absolutely.
And that's
not.
when this was our third episode.
Was it?
Yes, where Linux came to us and brought up that basically VT Rainbow was Marina's way to get attention on herself, and she did not give a shit about anybody else involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
For those who weren't around for that, VT Rainbow is Marina's group that she made. It was supposed to be like a VTuber group for LGBT VTubers, and it was supposed to give them like a space to grow and help. But based on all the information that came out, she was basically just dumping people to their own devices and slapping the VT Rainbow name on them and refusing to help anybody. In the very few times they would do anything, like go to a convention, she'd basically be like, hey, I got us this room at the convention. You have to find a way to get there. You have to come up with your own script for the event, and you got to pay your whole way there. So have fun. Bye.
I would like to ask, is this worse or better than Ninja Sanji?
I think Niji Sanji is same level.
Same level?
Because I heard that Niji Sanji wasn't paying for
Oof.
anything either.
Oof, that's...
They were just giving vague directions.
Damn, which one is more insulting? To be compared to VT Rainbow or be compared to Ninja Sanji?
VT Rainbow, because at least Niji
Oof.
Sanji has a decent amount in stock.
Oof,
At least they're making money while being an asshole.
this is true. That's not a defense of them,
Podcast up on
chat, by
this
the
channel
way.
with Marina. It is not, but it is on mine. Although I could give it to Akko and they could upload it.
I could upload all of the old episodes, yeah.
At least the important ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Both black companies, very true. Which is a very funny thing to say of a rainbow company.
Also, chat, I would like to point out that this picture of the VT Rainbow Twitter was taken today.
Was it taken today? It's still locked?
Yes,
Oh my god.
as of today, VT Rainbow is still locked, and she might be doing stuff with the account from behind the block,
Oof.
but as far as I know, there's nothing going on there at all.
I mean, no, VT Rainbow hasn't been mentioned since December 14th.
Wow.
Yes, it is basically completely dead, and I guess they're just gonna abandon it. I think they said they were gonna come back on it one day, and they just haven't.
Well, ripping pepperonis.
I think it's because everyone left. Their other largest name on there, fucking what's his face, Johnny or whatever, said, yeah, no, bye.
Which was funny, because he kind of sucks too. But I guess he saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, they suck worst.
Yeah.
It's funny because not
Right.
everybody has done that. We'll get into it later, but like some people have stuck by Marina through thick and thin for no reason.
I would say
Yeah.
at their own detriment, but you know, sometimes people do that thinking that it'll help them. It doesn't.
But yeah, VT Rainbow exploded on itself.
They
I think
did.
it's still a Twitch group, because Twitch has teams or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't she the only member? It might be at this point.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know,
Johnny
I'll take a
Somali.
look.
It's what is it? It's TFM Johnny or something.
Something like that.
Mhm.
He's a Call of Duty streamer. Even works with like some Call of Duty group. But he also sucks, so.
Oh yeah, he sucks a lot.
Yeah.
But then if you want to move to the next one, Marina just could not prevent themselves from getting into more and more controversy.
That's right.
So December of last
forgot
year,
about that.
Twitch made a policy change to their nudity rules to allow artistic nudity. And this was typically meant for artists, and the rules were pretty explicit. It could not be sex, and it could not be like sexually charged. It had to just basically be like tasteful nude art.
Mm-hmm.
To which Marina was one of the first people to take advantage of that and just started streaming completely naked with a slideshow of as much porn as she could in the corner.
Imploded in a beautiful rainbow of color. Oh my gosh. Artistic nudity, not autistic.
Yeah. So
I take offense to that.
yeah, so this was they claim that they misunderstood the rules, but anybody that read the rules was it was pretty obvious like what the rules were meant to.
And she banned anybody
touch
that came in and said, "Hey, you're breaking the rules. You might want to stop."
Yeah, so she just immediately hopped in and did this to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go to the next one, so first off, not just she did it. This is her girlfriend. Her girlfriend also did it and
Mhm.
had even more porn on the screen. That was even more explicitly porn. Which, by the way, chat, I've tried to like, I just like super blurred these.
It's a good idea.
Also, you would think, chat, on this picture that the fully clothed one is her. No, that's just a picture she had of her model up. The one on the left that is
this one.
completely naked with the black box on it, that was the one that was her actual model during the stream.
Oh, you are kidding me.
So, I mean, but I chose this little thing because this has glitch energy. Actually, the top is in reference to Marina. Marina lost her sponsorship with this glitch energy, which is like a gamer subs type company.
Yeah.
And then somebody brought up their girlfriend was doing the same thing, and then Glitch is like, yeah, we fired them too.
And I don't condone like going after people's sponsorships and stuff, but this is just like one of those.
This is one of those you should have known.
It's one of those things where they probably were already planning on doing this because like I don't know. I know that Glitch was like holding on to them for a while because maybe they wanted to stick it out. But there reaches a certain point where, with many different, I feel like with almost every sponsorship, there is a cost-benefit analysis that you have to do with anybody that you decide to give money to. This was probably just too much bad PR. I think the point where they probably decided it was a bad idea to keep going is when Marina got into multiple headlines from multiple different publications around the world. That's the point where it's just like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that probably didn't work out well.
No.
For them.
No.
But it was funny.
It's the consequence of your actions, I gotta say.
Yeah, I thought all this blowing up in their face was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go to the next one.
Yes, I've done that. Here.
So that is all of Marina's past garbage. This is her new garbage, where she decided that because we were in trouble, she was gonna attempt to, what's the word for it? Mend her public image.
I don't think that works. I don't think that's how this works. A lot of people. I let me just say, a lot of people, because we've talked about a lot of people. Some people from our past, some people we've talked about have tried to use what they perceive as our misstep to try and heal their public image. All it has served to do is make them look like schizophrenic assholes.
Yeah, also, I want to point out that this person who shared this tweet about our, quote, shit take on non-binary people is included in the music video with a tweet where he said that if he ever met us in real life, he would physically attack us. So, that's just,
Man, imagine
kind of where we're at.
It's like, yeah, sure, fight another man, but laying your hands on women? Oh my god, I thought we were supposed to protect women.
I thought I was counted as a half woman. I don't see how glitch energy is allowed to be named that when there's a glitch energy. I'm not smart enough about all that stuff.
I'm not a legal expert here, but that is interesting.
Well, I have like a pretty good legal grasp on the important stuff, but I feel like glitch with a Y versus glitch with an I is like a super detailed legal nuance that I don't want to have to be the one to argue.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Marina saw that we were getting canceled, and I guess she was dumb enough to think that we were the only ones that called her out, because we weren't. So I guess she's like, oh, if I can take them down, then like suddenly all the bad things about me will go away. It's like, no, you were called out by like some of the biggest names in VTubing. You got fired from your sponsor, Marina.
Mm-hmm.
Your sponsor trashed you and your girlfriend. That I just don't know like what she thought was gonna happen with this. And as you can see, chat, it had about, this was taken today.
Okay.
So this is about where this ended for her. 9,000 people saw it, only 100 people liked it. If we go to the next tweet, she did not retweet her, but she did, this was specifically in reference to Marina. So Linux immediately calls her out after she posts it, ratios her easily, and gets seen by almost 3 times as many people.
And I might add, Marina probably has way more followers.
Oh, she definitely.
Lennox seems to have way more of a pull.
Yes.
And by the way, Lennox was one of the people that called out Marina for the harassment of people inside of VT Rainbow. So if there's ever somebody to like listen to, Lennox is the one to listen to, because they knew Marina inside and out.
Also, be right back, Ro.
Okay.
You guys can keep talking, though.
But yeah, so I guess Marina forgot that Lennox was the one who called her out. We were just reporting on it. So as soon as Marina said, I can't believe these 3 are... What did she say? Did she actually accuse us of faking being LGBT allies?
Who?
Yeah, she said we were being fake LGBT allies.
Yeah, I'll scroll
which
back up.
we're not.
LGBTQ allies. No, okay.
Here's the thing. Most of us are LGBT in some way. And we do
Maybe.
have plenty of LGBT friends, and we're plenty on board with LGBT rights. That doesn't mean that we like define ourselves as allies, because I feel that has like a
Negative
a
connotation.
certain like requirement to, what do you call it, activism?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a certain amount of activism that comes with that, and that is not what we're here for. This is a drama channel.
No, yeah, I just find that funny because like a lot of people are like, oh, Akko is trans, Mizu is trans, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't remember putting pronouns in my bio or saying that I was. I mean, I'll say very often that I'm an octopus IRL and that I like to, pretend that I am a half female, half octopus. But like, you guys are stupid trying to associate labels to us because I don't have any, and neither does Mizu, because we don't care. I don't know.
But it was funny because Linux had to smack her down and be like, you can't accuse people of being fake LGBT allies when your LGBT ally group was being actively harmful to the exact same people you're claiming Mizu and them are harmful to.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And I guess while we're here, I can go ahead and double down on my, quote, awful take on non-binary people. I have no problem using like a non-binary person's preferred pronouns. And we covered this with Linux. Like, sometimes I mess it up. And that's fine, it's whatever. And I correct myself when they ask me to. That doesn't mean I have to believe that like your specific identity is the most like sane thing out there.
Well, there's a difference between respect and accept. If I can say, like I
think those are about the same to a degree.
To a degree, okay. Because like I would say that I can respect you as a person, but think that, but may not agree with. I may not agree with you, but I can respect you enough to associate with you the way you wish to be associated with. I don't think that's a bad thing. And the fact that people get upset when you're not like accepting but willing to respect it boggles my mind. I don't know. I could rant about it, but I'm not.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You gotta keep yourself on a leash, Akko.
No, I will. That's why I said I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, chat. So my current Twitter is suspended, and regardless of what anyone says, I have had 3 Twitters, but all of them were made around the same time. One was safe for work, one was not safe for work, and one was like business, because I thought I was gonna have to do like a business account or something.
There's way too many.
Which I ended up not doing. None of them were ban evasion. All of them were made before any of them had ever been banned. And people just spam reported them constantly. So anybody that says like I have all these mysterious alts I was using to get around bans, no, they were all made kind of around the same time for specific purposes. Some of them still have the tweets on there that says, hey, this is gonna be my safe for work account, guys.
Just had to pin it when it was made.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something that came up a lot. Also, we'll talk about it later if you two want to, but I've also been accused of having 2 other alts, which are just
let's
completely
talk
different
about
human
that.
beings.
I want to talk about that.
Well, one of them I already have in here, I think. The other one I just genuinely think is funny, and I kind of want to bring it up because it was so crazy. Chat, I think you guys will love it because it's not like somebody just being mean to me. It is that legitimate borderline schizophrenic person that you can't make up. Like, you can't fake it because it's just that off the wall and crazy.
Oh yeah, it was that bad. Holy cow.
We could read through it because it's funny. I didn't include it in this because I wanted to like actually focus on our stuff for tonight.
For sure.
But it was funny.
Here, I'll scroll to the next one if you want.
Oh yeah, so what's his name? Sylvie denies the account on the right, Fat Slovenian, is his. I know it's his. He can pretend it's not his all he wants.
He tried to pretend it was yours.
I think so.
Everybody knows that's his account.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. He likes all the tweets from it. Also, I'd like to point out, Akko, for some reason you... No, wait, never mind, you're good.
Huh?
I was looking at something wrong on the
Okay.
stream. You're good. He pretends it's not his, but he likes all the tweets from it. They communicate with each other. when I called him out for liking all the tweets on it and it liking all the tweets on him, in a DM, all the tweets that were liked by the Fat Slovenian account were removed. So that is something that account would not have known about our conversation at all. It was impossible. So I don't know why he thought that was like a huge W for him. And I guess he just puts like the different country on it because it's like, oh, it's a different country. It obviously can't be me. Like, you can put that on anything, bro. It's really not hard. Even if Twitter actually had country confirmation, all you have to do is use a VPN.
Yeah.
And like, their VPN's built into Brave now, and everybody uses Brave.
Curry also covered his alt accounts. No, yeah. I here's the thing. He's not fooling anybody. He's not very smart about it, and I really think that he should just stop trying to hide on it because you're not fooling anybody. You don't look smart trying to fool anybody either. I'm sorry, but you don't.
But Sylvie made his appearance more recently on our podcast because of these tweets, which I guess like it should change it live so I can do this.
Change what?
For the thing, whatchamacallit, my slideshow.
Oh, you want to change the placement of it?
Yeah, well, I can do it like while you're looking at it because I can move stuff around.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure it'll change live. It might take a minute. I don't know.
Okay.
But this is what Sylvie was on for. So Sylvie got a long document which had pictures and testimonies from like 5 different people. These 2 were the main ones. Basically, Sylvie sucks as a human being in general. The biggest part of the accusation, or at least what I thought was probably the worst, because don't get me wrong, like him constantly harassing people was pretty bad, and him being a snake behind everybody's back is also pretty bad. But the fact that somebody went to him, told him that they had been R-worded, and then he goes to the person that R-worded them and is like, hey man, this is probably a very difficult time for you. I kind of understand and get where you're coming from. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
That part of the post pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, it and apparently we downplay people's situations. No, Sylvie is.
And nobody wants to call him out for it. Everybody just ignores it. For some reason.
Except for the people.
I mean,
that
people
called him
stopped
out.
talking about it like a couple days afterwards because the attention span of Twitter is that of a worm.
No, yeah, I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, but the attention span of Twitter is so bad that Tor gets called out literally like a couple days later. Everybody's focused on something else.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, chat, that's not like made up. That's literally what happened.
Yeah.
The one of the people in the document brought up that because they were in like a polycule or something, but one of the people that they were in it with got mad at them because they weren't like giving them enough sex or something, so they forced themselves on them, and they confided in Sylvie about it happening, and then they got sent a message from the person who assaulted them that showed Sylvie saying, hey, I understand what you're going through and it must be a tough time, like, so I'm here for you if you need somebody to talk to. It's like, why are you saying that to them? You don't understand? It's so fucked up.
It is beyond fucked up.
And first off, Sylvie's admitted to this, even in his own document, which comes up next.
Here.
I genuinely don't understand, because that was, like I said, that to me, that is the biggest, most damning part of that document, because that shows, like, a disconnect with reality that's hard to put into words. And it's wild that he admitted to it completely in his thing, and he just, like, tried to blame it on being autistic or whatever. It's like, no, dude,
That pisses me off. You cannot use autism, like, okay,
Well,
Sylvie.
here, it's over here what he says. He specifically says that it was like a lapse in judgment. And it's like, That's not really a lapse in judgment. Didn't Sylvie make a big document with proper evidence, though? Or am I tripping? He made a big document that includes, like, 1 or 2 pictures in it of, like, individual messages. All he proved with his document was that at one point, him and these people were friends.
He also
That doesn't prove anything.
He did edit the document to include screenshots that were shared from the people who were calling him out as well. I don't know what else was changed, but I do have access to the original document as it was posted and the edited one.
Yeah. So here's the thing, chat. Like, if you want to read through Sylvie's document, that's perfectly fine.
We can do that.
But genuinely, if you want to just take our word for it, the teal deer is... He posted a bunch of Discord messages that showed that he and the people that made the document on him used to be friends. But that's all it shows. It doesn't actually show, like, any abuse coming his way, and it doesn't show any of these people taking back what they said about him. It's all stuff that happened before the call out. So I don't know what his thought process was. He shared this document to a bunch of people and been like, I proved myself innocent. And bro, you did not.
And if you want a super extra long video that went through every single piece of this entire escapade, Curry did do a live stream that's like 6 hours long, I think, that went through everything.
Is that just his, or is it both?
It was everything.
Probably both.
Great goddess on a cracker. If I could just say really quick, as somebody who is a self-proclaimed expert on autism, because he has come out and said, yeah, I've got autism. When he's trying to excuse everything like this, what I am seeing is somebody who builds realities in his head of what he thinks the story is going to be. And he tries to tell this reality, either not knowing or thinking that other people will magically somehow believe that this reality that he has created, forgetting the fact that there is a lot of, or a lack of evidence that would help that reality come to pass. It just doesn't fit. It just really doesn't fit. And it hurts my head because I've seen myself do that when I was a little kid, and I lied when I was a little kid. But seeing an adult do that, it's sad. I don't know how else to say it.
You know, between Sylvie and Fruit, I think you're gonna cure yourself about it.
Can we get Curry on the podcast? I think Lumi would have to ask him. I don't think Curry likes me.
He doesn't not like you. He just thinks you're stupid. But I can talk to him.
The feeling is mutual.
You both think that each other's stupid. It's not like you guys hate each other.
Listen,
so there you go.
If we can bring Ginny on the podcast and Mizu doesn't tear them apart, I think we can bring Curry on.
Look, here's the thing, right? Me and Ginny, when we get into disagreements, we get into, like, knuckle down, drag out for hours disagreements. But me and her literally share the same brain cell.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you can even see it if you watch their podcast when I was on their one. Me and her were finishing each other's sentences constantly.
It's very true.
We share the exact same thought process.
You and Curry can debate on lollies. I
don't know. We'll find an excuse. Don't worry, chat.
VTuber cringe. Their actual
Curry
VTuber
Renji.
name is Curry Renji, which apparently a lot of people didn't realize was supposed to, like, sound like cringy.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I bring Kirsch to the podcast. God, I wish.
I would love to bring Kirsha on the podcast.
We have asked. She's very busy.
I am mutuals with her. She is fucking great. Adore her to pieces.
Wait, she follows you?
Yeah, we're mutuals.
Oh, lucky.
And Scab, I know you're in chat. I don't care. I will break. You can reset the clock. She was on Gundam's podcast the other day, and they were vibing off of each other. It was great. I watched the entire fucking thing. That was like the most awake I have ever seen that man. Granted, he was forced to stay sober the entire time. But one day, maybe we can try to get Kirsha on.
Thank you.
Or hell, maybe if Gundam is out of fucking guests or whatever, be like, hey, you want 3 random dumbasses on your shit. But yeah.
No, yeah, I would love to have her on just because she does a lot of great work. She's talking about the DEI stuff a lot, and she goes into more depth. She's like she's like a real investigative journalist, like an actual gets down on the ground and looks around for shit. So I would love to talk to her sometime.
Yeah, Papa Gundam was risen. He was. I mean, we found out that she has a flat but slightly squishy tummy.
I want
Well,
it.
there you
Would.
I know you would. And she's, how tall did she say she was? 5'7", I believe.
Not too short for me.
Too
She
short.
needs about
for
like
you.
another 5 feet.
Anyway, back to Fat Slovenian.
Yes.
Well, technically it's about Sylvie, just
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
The next part, though, is just kind of showing like some of the stuff like Fat Slovenian would do and how it connects with Sylvie. Just because I think this is important. This is something that not many people talking about Sylvie has brought up, other than us. But on the far right is Sylvie liking like all of Fat Slovenian's tweets, and him and Fat Slovenian at the exact same time started hating on Linux. Sylvie did it privately through Discord, messaging multiple people around her at the exact same time, and by exact same time, I mean within like 5 minutes of each other, Fat Slovenian started going after Linux on Twitter. Like, they're so obviously him. Like, it's so coordinated.
it is. It's
And I included the one in the top left because the blocked out red bar is Sylvie's address. He fake
Supposed.
doxed himself with this account.
Mm-hmm.
He claims it's not his real address, which I'm tempted to believe because I can't imagine he's so dumb he posted his actual
I
address
really
on Twitter.
hope. I really hope that he's not that dumb.
But I'd like to point out that this Fat Slovenian account, which at the time was called BigBoy_Hate, this is the only tweet it had made aimed at Sylvie Spark. For no reason. Just called him a pedo, doxed his address, never made another tweet for like 3 months. And Sylvie pretends that this isn't so obviously a false flag. That's the other thing, right? And I brought this up the first time we talked about this, but if there was an account that tried to legitimately tried to dox me, they would be permanently blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And Sylvie knows this account tried to dox him because I sent it to him in DMs, and I said, I'm pretty sure this is you. So he knows that the dox happened, and he still likes and interacts with this account. So it's just so much like obvious that you're fine with this account because it's you. It's fucking you, dude. Just admit it. But also, chat, I did block out his address because if it is real, I don't want us to get taken down for doxing.
No, yeah,
even though
doxing is wrong.
I'm pretty sure he posted it.
Yeah, even if you publicly post your own stuff, we're not going to share it. 'Cause that's no, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. That just gives them an immediate avenue to come after us.
Yeah, the
I
stupidity.
do like the theory in chat. I believe he is that dumb. I hope he's that dumb.
I-
That would make this so funny to me. You
Listen,
real doxed yourself
If
just
you-
to get fake internet hate.
if you merch doxed yourself, man, I don't know what you're expecting. Like,
Oh, you
I don't have any
mentioned
words.
So, this is some fun stuff. So Sylvie again was reposting his doc to literally everyone when we were getting hated on. Under his other alt. So Sylvie Unmasked is obviously his other alt, but it is a public alt, unlike Fat Slovenian, which is a private alt. So he's pretty open about being his. But he will like autistically switch between the three all at the same time when he's hating on somebody. He'll do something to Sylvie, he'll swap to Sylvie Unmasked, he'll do something with that account, then he'll swap to Fat Slovenian and he'll send like 30 hate messages. Someone in the Sims community docs themselves for sympathy. Fair, some people are dumb.
Yeah.
The bottom one is something Sylvie started trying to spread around with this new wave of hate for us, where he accused I doxed him on a now suspended alt. The only time he's ever been doxxed by the is by the Fat Slovenian account, so I can only assume he's trying to accuse me of being the Fat Slovenian account. That is obviously his.
I'd like to see proof of this, because...
Yeah.
I will say this right now, Sylvie, if you can somehow come up with some sort of undoctored proof, I will unfriend Mizu, but I don't believe you have it, so...
I'm
Good
gonna
luck.
laugh. Sends our Twitter DMs where I link the Fat Slovenian account doxing him, and he accuses that of being me.
Because it never deletes screenshots, chat.
Oh yeah, I had to. Oh, so that's the thing, right? I am lucky that I had the Fat Slovenian tweet saved, because as far as I can tell, that's been deleted from that account now. So he realized how bad that looked, and it has been removed since then.
Okay.
Which again, if he's not Fat Slovenian, why would Fat Slovenian do that? Because he never got hate for that tweet. Nobody noticed but me.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he want it? And the only way he would have known that I even noticed it was because I told Sylvie I noticed it in private. Like, bro, it's so obvious. Just stop. And I included this other tweet just because I thought it was funny. The one on the top right.
Oh,
Hmm.
the one
Just where he tries to pretend like other people are engaged in trying to get short-term reputation instead of integrity. Bro, you have no integrity.
No, none of these people do. It's really, really bizarre. And here's my rule for the world. If somebody tries to say that they are somehow some sort of morally superior person, they're not. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Neither Marina nor Sylvie are. They are bad people because they pretend to be good people.
Mizu playing 4D chess with Sylvie's mind. I don't think I am. I think
You don't
he's just
have
dumb.
to. You don't have
Like some people think I'm like in front of that board with like the little red strings going everywhere. And I am, except it's all a straight line down. Like there's no branching. It's just here, 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 done. And everybody's looking at me like I'm insane, and I'm like, it's a straight line. How do you not see it? Like Sylvie's internet activity is like a hallway. You can see all of it from one end to the other, and everybody just pretends it's not there. I have gotten some people though behind the scenes to completely agree with me that Fat Slovenian is obviously him. Was the tweet just reported maybe? I doubt, because it had been removed within the last 2 months, and it's been up there for like a year and a half. I don't think it would have been reported this late.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, if it was that big of an issue and he actually wanted it gone, it would have been gone with reporting faster.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get doxes taken down. Sometimes it might take a day or two,
Especially on
but it's not
Twitter.
going to take more than a week.
Especially when, wasn't that tweet thrown out before Elon took over Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, especially before Elon took over Twitter. If you listen, chat, do you know how like easy it was to get stuff taken down before Elon came in? If it was a real address and he actually feared for his life, he could say that he was part of the LGBTQ and that he feared for his life, and somebody doxed his address, and it would have been gone the next day, maybe even sooner. Well, what we're saying is, we think it's him, and he only deleted it when he realized that he got caught.
Yeah, but I will say, I feel like Sylvie basically got away with everything, and I actually don't necessarily agree with some people that people don't care as much. I think it's a mix of two things. The first being that people who should care, like larger people that actually know who Sylvie is, know that he has a lot of connections to a lot of big people, because he does edit for very, very large VTubers.
Who are slowly dropping him.
Yes. But they still see that he's got like those listed as his connections, so they're probably a little afraid if they go after Sylvie, they have now severed chances with those bigger people. And the other one being he's an editor, first and foremost. Look, I love editors, and I would hire editors, but let's be honest, they're kind of typically like at the back of the line when people are looking at a VTuber and seeing like their credits. They're seeing VTuber, they're seeing the model artist, they're seeing the rigger, and then they're seeing the people that make all of their artworks, and editor is literally somewhere at the bottom.
Well, just in general, editors, unless a YouTuber throws their name in the comments or stuff, you don't really even know who the editor is for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you like.
Yeah, some of them don't even mention their editor.
No, like I know that PewDiePie does, but he's really one of the only people that does. Most of the people's like, hey, editor in the background and all that stuff. So they're not really there.
Yeah, I think people are trying to do more with editors now, because I've seen a lot more YouTubers be like, oh, this is my editor so and so who does all the fun videos, and they'll like actually say the name somewhere like in the middle of the video.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fairly new phenomenon. I would probably do that if I had like a proper editor. I'd be like, oh guys, thanks, so and so, they did the editing for this video, isn't it great?
Yeah.
That's really all with Sylvie. Sylvie's largely a boring person because he tweets 1 billion times a day, and none of it's interesting. It's all just, look at me, I'm a big himbo, I'm so sexy. It's like, no, you're not.
I got nothing else to say.
Like, I still find it dumb that he says, like, he threatens people that he'll ruin any chance of like any collabs with people and all that. Like, we seen someone post DMs from Sylvie saying like, oh, I can ruin your chances with this or get you blacklisted and shit, and it's like, dude.
Yeah, Sylvie's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I feel like people started dropping him, because I noticed a couple big people just slowly drop him because he's unhinged. He's just unhinged, and if he continues to be this unhinged, you're gonna ruin all your chances, because big creators pay attention to that stuff, and they like their image more than they like you. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think Sylvie realizes that, like, you need a good editor for your stuff, because it really helps it pop. But it's harder to tell the difference between editors than it is with artists.
Yes.
I mean, you can find some cheap editors on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
No, it's just editors are one of those things. It's a lot harder to tell what's different between video to video. To like specifically put like a face to the editing work.
Pretty much. Why I would say that editors are pretty much dime a dozen. You can, a lot of them can copy pretty much the exact same styles, and you honestly will never know. So while I do know that it takes time to get really good with editing, they're a dime a dozen.
I'll edit for a pack of Jaffa cakes. I'll give you a Klondike bar.
Yeah, I will send you Jaffa cakes. I'll import them from the UK just for you, nerdy.
Well, if they're in the UK, you can like DoorDash to them.
There you go.
But yeah, Sylvie was one of our big stories this year, and then the last really big story was Poppy. And I want to clarify, chat, that these aren't necessarily big as in terms of how much controversy they caused, or how much damage they did. More so like how much evidence and content to it there was. Because
Happy had 2 streams.
Marina just had that because of so much happened with her constantly. But Sylvie's actual document, when we read it, was literally like 10 pages long, and then Sylvie's response was like 3 pages long. And then what was Poppy's? It was like 20 pages or something?
Poppy had his 3-page thing where so if I remember correctly, he came out ahead of everything and said, guys, people are going to try and cancel me. And I just want you to know, I love the LGBTQ. I love non-binary people. And if they come out and say anything, don't believe it. And then, like, a massive document put together by his previous partner that he abused, along with phone calls and messages. A whole load of crazy stuff came out, and he disappeared.
Yeah.
And we went over it. It was honestly, I'll be honest, out of everybody, Pappy kind of disgusted me the most because of just how vitriolic and horrible he acted towards his partner. It was bad. It was really bad.
Who's the one that tried to say your fans were leaving? Allara.
Laura, we'll talk about her afterwards.
Yeah, she's at the end.
She's new. She's new people.
Yes. So, the person who originally made the document on Poppy was Mythic Sites, who was their girlfriend, confirmed. And what made like Mythic Sites documents special was they had audio recordings of Poppy literally abusing them.
Which I've never seen before. I'll be honest with you.
That is a level of evidence you don't see in any of these documents.
No, like whenever you see documents these days, they come out with their little statements. Sometimes they have pictures. Mythic Sites blows everybody out of the water. Like, not only do I believe her and I sympathize with her, like, I congratulate her for actually taking the time to actually bury Pappy. Like, yeah, I can point to Pappy and say, that's a scumbag. I hope he stays single forever.
But yeah, so she did it. We actually listened to some of the audio on stream, which is genuinely kind of hard to listen to.
It was.
Because it's got Poppy. There's like something in a domestic abuse case where you can't fake it, right? Like, even in movies and television, sometimes it can maybe draw some of that emotion out of you. But it's really hard to get like the actual hatred that a domestic abuser has in their voice to come through an actor, because it's just it has to be so deep ingrained in you to actually get to that point. And Poppy had it. Poppy really did have that just ingrained anger to him.
Oh yeah, it
was ridiculous.
It's like when I listen to that, like to the audio bits and stuff, it's like I have a past of being like verbally abused and stuff, and listening to him activated my fight or flight almost instantaneously. I wanted to throw up.
Yeah, it was. There was no way it was like made up. It is too convincing.
Oh yeah.
They would have to be better than Johnny Depp level acting to pull off that if it was a hoax.
Very true.
And it's like, if I remember correctly, we chose not to play the audio on stream because, one, it would probably get us struck down super fucking fast.
No, we put the audio on stream.
Did we? I can't remember. I'll be honest, I can't remember.
The audio on stream.
I don't remember.
I'll take your word for it.
That was a crisp pop. Sorry, chat. I need a drink.
But it's like, from what I remember,
my mic never picks that up.
You are using a new voice filter.
Oh yeah, chat. I got a new voice filter because people in this recent thing were complaining about my mic a ton. Does it sound better, chat? Does it sound cleaner, nicer?
Sounds fine.
It sounds good. What was I saying? Oh yeah. When we were watching Allara's stream and she like got a clip from that stream, it's like, try to frame it as us talking shit about shit and not us reacting to Poppy's bullshit.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing, chat. So some of you don't have Twitter, so you didn't see this. We got accused by multiple people of defending Poppy. Tons of people were like, these are the same scumbags that stuck up for Poppy. Like, when? When?
Like, I even listened back to some of it and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've said this man is a scumbag multiple times. Because he is. And I will fervently say again, I think he is.
It was one of those things, I didn't understand how anyone came to that conclusion other than just straight line and they never watched the stream.
And obviously we'll talk about this more later, but I feel like there is a constant problem where people, when they realize that they don't have anything actually concrete against people, like when the Mythic had concrete stuff against Pappy, but when these people tried to start complaining about us and things that we said, the only thing that they had that was really concrete is that our very milquetoast opinions on non-binary people. And after that, they had to start lying about things and twisting audio and saying all these things where it's just like, you're just straight up lying now. And it's just like, I don't care. I kind of care. But you're just straight up lying now. And if I had money, I would definitely be taking you to court over that.
No, I wouldn't take anybody to court. That's dumb.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
That's why I said if I had money.
Even if I had money, I wouldn't do it. I think it's dumb. Let them bury themselves. Because I don't care about any of these people.
If I had money to, like, cut down these streams to a bite size and stuff, maybe people would actually watch them. But, you know.
Not the people that hate us. The people that hate us will just continue to lie.
Yeah.
But back on topic.
Yes.
Next slide is Poppy's statement. Just so we're clear, chat, for transparency, this is not Poppy's whole statement. It is also multiple pages. But,
It was like 3 or 4.
you know, just for, we're not like rehashing all this, we're just kind of breezing over it. This was how he started it. This was his thesis, as it were. Where he basically just claimed his girlfriend was trying to ruin his career. Which, bro, she had audio.
Yeah.
You can maybe get me to believe that Discord logs are faked, but that much audio, if she was deep faking that, there would have been mistakes somewhere.
Deep faking wasn't that good back then. I mean, maybe it was.
Yeah.
But no, I don't feel like you can deep fake this.
It's like, I remember when this doc first came out, we were heavily speculating this shit, like, right away, because it wasn't much at all, and people were like, oh, don't worry, we're here for you. And then Mythic Sites stuff came out, and we were like, we knew it.
Oh yeah, I even before I was just like, dude, your document is too short, and you're trying to force people to not believe. And that's the thing that bothers me the most is a lot of people just blindly started believing Pappy, and then when all this stuff came out, everybody dumped it. But it's just like, why are people believing like his very milquetoast? Oh guys, don't worry if you hear or see anything, it's not true. And then you get blown out of the water and have to run away.
Also, don't forget, his only alibi was someone who claims to have multiple personalities.
That was the thing we
That
sort
likes
of got
to
in
show
trouble for.
porn to children, apparently.
That was the big thing we got in trouble for on the Poppy stream, was somebody said that we were hating on people with like disorders because we made fun of somebody that said they were a multiple system. Which we've talked about this before when we've given some of our mental health discussions, but long story short, I'm not going to rehash the whole thing we discussed. If you have multiple personality disorder, it is very rare for you to have more than one personality.
Yeah, and also
is
making a VTuber
exceptionally
model
rare.
for each one is really fucking stupid and doesn't add any validity to your shit.
Pretty
Yeah, it is
much.
exceptionally rare to have more than one personality. No, there is not a headspace where you and your personalities talk to each other.
It's very
what-
disrespectful to schizophrenic people.
Yeah, well, that's schizophrenic and multiple personality disorder are different things.
Mm-hmm.
Schizophrenics, it's not technically how it works, but basically hear voices. Whereas people with multiple personalities, when something triggers them, they will literally black out, and basically they will shut down completely.
Yep.
And the personality will take over. And then at some point in the future, they just come back, and it's like a huge black spot for all that time they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is no like communication between the two personalities. And
It's an AI.
People watched Split and took it personally.
yes, like people literally took all their ideas about schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder from Hollywood movies and probably anime a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They're all dumb. None of them have it. None of them are diagnosed. And I will die on that hill.
Sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah. So, I will be honest. I stole this picture from somebody else because Poppy's Twitch has gone back to just empty.
Oh,
I mean,
he
he's got a
got
lot
rid of it
his
again?
old- No, his Twitch was always there.
Okay.
He never got rid of his Twitch. But he doesn't have any lives on it. It's all like clips and edits and stuff.
Yeah, he privated his VOD.
Yeah, but the VOD for this got like immediately privated afterwards.
Yeah.
But this is what he was streaming. He tried to make a comeback 2 days after we got canceled.
I don't think that was timed. I think that was just
It feels
good
timed.
timing. You think it's timed? I don't know.
It kind of feels timed. And here's the thing. I won't say it was timed in that he was scared of us. I think it was timed in that he saw there was this huge controversy going on about other people, and he thought he could slip back in while that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, everybody's super distracted with this whole other issue. Maybe I can like slide back in and nobody's really gonna notice, and then I'll just continue like nothing happened.
Well, they noticed. They noticed you liberating Super Earth, and everybody pounced right on you. I don't know what this guy was thinking. I do know what he was thinking. He was thinking he was just gonna flip everything on its head and just come back as a real bigot, and that would be his new personality.
Yeah. So because here's the thing that happened with Poppy, right, chat? Is Poppy came back and basically said that they tried to and I actually think they would have done perfectly fine if they continued with this, because they came back and they really pushed hard the people just don't like me because I'm like, he was basically saying like he was anti-SJW, and he was secretly always anti-SJW, but he felt he had to be very super openly pro-LGBT to be in the VTuber space.
I don't believe
Which
this.
I'm not gonna lie, is kind of true. Like, you've seen it. If you even have like the smallest criticism, you get dunked on. But I actually honestly think he would have continued on just fine if he stuck with that, because for some reason everybody latched on to the anti-LGBT and anti-SJW thing. It's like, you guys missed the most important part of that document, which was the domestic abuse.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, everybody was willing to just like be okay with the fact that he verbally abused his partner, because he says, "Oh, I'm just anti this," and it's just like, are you guys forgetting this man's an abuser? Like I understand that like he's being very very mean to people from the community, but this man's
It's
a
kind of the
scumbag.
lesser of the two evils right now. Like, there was legitimately a ton of people that when they look at Poppy, they're like, well, we can tolerate a domestic abuser, but we draw the line at calling non-binary people cringe. It's like, wait, you can tolerate that? What?
Yeah.
Did I miss a memo or something?
I honestly feel like that says more about the people that tolerate it than the people that I don't know. I don't know. That really makes me think twice about some people in the community if that's what they're willing to do.
Yeah, and I honestly think I genuinely think he probably has an opportunity for a comeback, and we'll get into this at the very end, because people are focusing so hard on that.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of tragic that that's all they're focusing on, because I don't think, and I'm not like a believer of quote unquote canceling, but I don't think this man should be here, because he's gonna hurt somebody else again, or attempts to.
Man's openly said, "Hey, yeah, I definitely use these people because they give me money," and it's like, dude.
And everybody fell for it.
Yeah.
And people were still like, "Oh well, you know, he can change."
He is honestly a very good example of how, if you have the right politics and personal beliefs, at least publicly, people will tolerate some of the worst shit coming out of you.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's really disgusting in my personal opinion.
But the next part is somewhat related to Poppy's return, which is what people basically gave up on Poppy immediately because he privated his VOD and his Twitter is deleted. That's why for the first slide, I don't have a picture of his Twitter page like I did with everybody else. He deleted it forever ago, and as far as I know, it's still gone. So they all focused it on this artist who I believe is a rigger, is apparently a very popular rigger, who was basically on Poppy's side during the stream. And I included their tweet where they said that they did not know what happened with Poppy. Like, they genuinely didn't know about like the document or anything. And I'm going to say, I'm tempted to believe him. And the reason I'm tempted to believe him is because while looking through, because today to get pictures for this chat, I started looking through all the different comments about Poppy, and all I could really find was new stuff, which is on our last slide here, and every single bit of it is about being transphobic. Not a single person, literally not a single one, brought up the domestic abuse angle. So I can believe that this artist thought the only bad thing was a transphobic joke. Because that's all you guys are saying. Like,
it's like, I'm just waiting for the day that someone is outed for physically abusing someone and then saying an off-color joke, but they'll only focus on the off-color joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, even chat says they didn't know about the abuse till now. Genuinely, and I'm not trying to put us on a pedestal, I really am not. I searched through Twitter all day today. The only people who ever mentioned the domestic abuse angle was Mythic herself in her original document and us. Everybody else is focused on the anti-LGBT aspect.
Which is utterly bizarre to me. Absolutely utterly bizarre. Like, I understand people want to have their identity. This man's an abuser. What's wrong with you people?
I mean, I think the angle that they're looking at it is, well, the abuse is only towards one person, but the off-color joke is towards a lot of people.
I don't care if it's towards an entire minority of people. This man's an abuser.
Yeah.
This man needs to be taken.
This is partially the reason I think Sylvie basically got off, because at no point in any of Sylvie's documents was he accused of faking his LGBT support. He was just accused of being an abuser, and they basically let him off with that. Which is why I think Poppy can actually come back, because there is an audience for people that are not PC at all.
There is, yeah.
And because nobody wants to bring up the actual bad angle to him, I think he can find an audience, and all that audience will totally be on his side.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm waiting for the day that Sylvie gets outed for either being, not an ally, being sexist, or being anti-sex work, and people just crucifying him to the nth degree.
Chat, I'm gonna make
That's
a poll.
probably what it's gonna take.
I'll take the sexist and anti-sex work first, before he says that he's not an ally.
Chat, I made a poll. Will Poppy come back? I want to know what you think. Will he make a comeback?
Make a comeback.
My teeth are hurting.
I thought you were gonna blame the autism again.
We'll blame the autism too.
It's Autism Acceptance Month, Canada celebrating.
But chat, I'm not saying he should make a comeback.
Oh no, no.
He deserves to make a comeback. I'm just saying that all these people talking like this have opened up a route for him to make a comeback. Now, it matters if he takes it and he actually does go in on, like, what he's saying he wants to go in on.
Yeah.
Tweef.
Tweef.
It's like if he finds the unfortunate correct audience for him, he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But if it's like, it will be very thin ice for him for a very, very, very long time, even with any support that he gets. Because
I will say, chap, as long as that he makes it a political divide, as somebody who used to be very political, it is very easy for somebody to cross across political lines to find a new audience. It's happening constantly.
It has. There are multiple different people that you can think of. Candace Owens is a really good example if you want to talk about a relevant person. She used
Candace
to be
Owens, Baked Alaska,
super left
Hunter Avalon.
Yeah, I remember seeing Hunter's political change. It was very jarring.
Yeah, chat, we are talking, so, because we're not going to get, like, super political, but I think we can talk in, like, extremes, because Hunter Avalon was a YouTuber who was literally so far right, he was pushing into the funny Austrian man did nothing wrong territory.
Oh gosh.
And in a month, he went completely far left. America needs to become a Chinese communist state. And he found the same level of audience, just swapping like that.
Yeah, I remember Hunter's stuff started really changing after the whole calling out, I forgot what their name was, but saying that they're a trans trender.
Yes.
I remember seeing that. Then after that, it was when he started the change.
On the other side, and you mentioned like Candace Owens. Candace Owens had made a platform specifically for doxing conservatives. She made an app that was built to try and dox her political opposition, And then she just one day said she was a conservative, and suddenly everybody was behind her.
And then she joined
So-
the Daily Wire.
Yeah, for people who are politically brain rotted, they will back anybody who swaps sides
Pretty much.
Yeah.
because they see it as a example of this person proves my ideas are better because they joined my side instead.
Unless you're Idubbbz.
Yeah,
No,
unless you're
nobody,
Idubbbz.
nobody that he's
Nobody
trying to pander
respects
to.
him.
No, nobody. That's the thing that sucks about Idubbbz is he had a chance to be a pure kind of like I don't know, shit stir, and he decided to change up massively. And besides like the people that just kind of liked him for him, nobody that he's trying to pander to likes him at all.
I mean, he
Night
didn't even
Raph.
go to his
Night
best
Raph.
friend's wedding.
Oh yeah, he
God, I heard about that. That's awful.
It is awful. Like, he avoided his best friend's wedding so that he could watch his wife get another tattoo. Bitch, you're waiting to get that tattoo till I come back from my best friend's wedding. That lives all the way in Australia.
It's
I
like
don't even know like, where
literally,
you go with that.
literally everybody was there from the old group,
Everybody.
except for him.
Why would you
I was-
do
I was-
that?
I was surprised how Too Basic actually knew how to put on a suit, but you know.
It's
Except for Shoe on Head, she does prove my opinions are correct. Shoe on Head proves that some women will just follow whatever their boyfriend tells them to do.
pretty much.
I love Shu. I love Shu. She's great.
Look, she's got some fine opinions, but every single time her politics have changed, it's because her boyfriend changed. Unironically, every single time.
He's
I mean,
not
she's
wrong.
engaged now, so
Didn't
She
Max
is
get
what the
married?
white
Yes.
women refer to as a skinwalker.
yeah.
Yes, Max
Yeah,
Mofo
Ma-
did get married.
Yeah, Max did get married. It was a beautiful wedding.
I legit discovered him 10 days before he got married, and I think he's one of the funniest Australians I've ever seen.
Idubbbz is incredibly unlikable. I have to agree with that.
I agree.
I think it's because he doesn't actually know why he was funny in the past. I think because based on what he said now, I think he was just following trends of other people, and he genuinely doesn't understand what made himself funny.
You know,
It was like lightning in a bottle.
I feel like I know exactly the moment that the soul of Idubbbz truly left his body, and it's when he was boxing Sam Hyde in that documentary, because he went to go interview Sam Hyde because he wanted to like try and get an own on a comedian that had kind of fallen on hard times. And I feel like the exact moment that he kind of lost himself entirely is when they were boxing together, and Sam Hyde emasculated him, and that's the moment where everything fell apart. And Idubbbz has never recovered since.
Poor Idubbbz.
I don't say poor Idubbbz. This man did that. Like some people are gonna say, "Oh, Anissa like did this to him." No, this man chose to stay with this woman. This man decided that to hitch his wagon to somebody that is legitimately crazy, and this is where he has put himself. He is sank into the ground. He owes tons of money for a charity boxing event that made no money. And it's, I don't know. I don't feel bad for him. I'm sorry. He put
I
himself
forgot
there.
about that. That event didn't make any money.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, his last charity boxing event, it is called a charity boxing event. They still paid the boxers $20,000 a boxer to come do their work. So it's not really a charity boxing event if people come and get paid, basically.
Well, you still get paid for charity.
I mean, fair enough. But the point is everybody thought that they were giving money, and it was not going to go to the boxers. All of it went to the boxers and the arena, and none of it went to charity. He had to literally grovel on a stream to raise the money for charity.
Yeah.
It's just depressing, man.
You like Joji's music? Yeah. His music is very good. And did you guys see that after that Nickelodeon documentary came out, people were trying to cancel him for Nickelodeon girls?
Who?
Joji.
Joji.
Filthy Frank.
Oh, okay.
It's like that song was pointing out what the fuck was going on, but it also was a fucking bop. So like, I also listen to Nickelodeon girls. That's good.
Did we have anything else we wanted to get into before we covered Allara lying about us?
I got nothing.
I mean, did you want to briefly go over some of the other podcasts that we had? Because I could pull up the playlist and we could talk about I just point out
No,
some
no, I
random
just want
ones.
to go over the big ones.
Okay.
Because normally we cover like a lot of little stuff. So I
Mhm.
picked the ones where we spent like the entire time talking about one thing.
That's fair.
Also, we've gone like 2 hours, so.
This is very, very, very true.
Did we see Quiet on Set? No. But the thing is, I didn't need to see it. So here's the thing, is a ton of people are only just now finding out that Nickelodeon is full of creeps. I knew this like 7 years ago.
Same.
Like, this wasn't a secret. This is something that's been out.
Same.
Well, yeah, but Drake Bell finally talked about his abuse during the whole thing because Brian Peck, he was the one that essayed Drake Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one of the producers?
It basically rehabbed Drake Bell's image.
And he didn't get any jail time. He got like probation, and then Disney hired him for The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Man. You want to talk about getting
So-
away with it, chat? People in Hollywood get away with it all the time.
Yep.
And it's fucked up. And we all know it, but we can't do anything because we're little peons.
No Diddy. Well, talking about Diddy, you know, P. Diddy left the country after his houses got raided.
Just with Jeanette McCurdy, man, I feel so bad for her. She grew up in a less active Mormon family, and I could tell that her mom really just wanted to try and get them out of their situation, and it ruined her life. And I feel bad for her. I think she's doing well now. But no, I think we all, the thing that's funny is I think we all knew that Nickelodeon was full of horrible people, but, you know what's crazy is Dan Schneider came out, after the, documentary came out, and tried to do a PR thing saying, oh, I had absolutely no idea, and I feel bad for all these people, and I'm
What do
willing
you
to...
mean? You were one of the ones accused.
I know, right? Disney will get exposed. Disney is gonna fall apart before all of the sex pests get exposed.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Disney is, like, embracing what they're doing right now, instead of saving themselves with new, people on their board. So they're just gonna continue to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And it couldn't happen to a nicer company.
True. So is there anything you guys wanted to go over before we get into the other stuff then?
I got nothing.
No, I really don't have anything. I don't know. With all the drama that went on, it's just funny to see all the people from our pasts, our collective pasts, that came out to try and use that to repair their own images, and all it's done is made them look worse.
Mm-hmm.
But, so chat, one of the people that decided to call us out, which we have never talked about before on the stream, I don't think we have at least.
No, we've never. In fact, I will be honest. Before all of this happened, I kind of liked Allara because I don't know. I was like, hey, cool, somebody else is doing a drama thing. Maybe we can talk about drama sometime. And I kind of I knew that Mizu didn't really like Allara, but I was just like, hey, maybe we can meld sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I didn't like Allara because I knew Allara from the past. And then she, like, dipped on everybody. So I guess we can go over some of Alara's, like, past controversies.
Oh, goodness.
So originally there was a lolly-tuber called Irina Kumia. Or Karima.
Oh, the bear one?
Yes.
Mm.
She was very adorable. People loved her. She was super sweet. And she decided that she wanted to do, like, a lolly smasher pass stream. But she had, like, a cute, kind of family-friendly brand. So she decided hers was gonna be Kiss or Miss. Which was, I think it's, like, a cute little turn on it if you're trying to, you know, do, like, a, you know, a little cute thing.
Yeah.
And the first person to pop in her thread, and to get, like, a ton of attention to it and bring a ton of hate to it was Allara, who shows up and says, Irina, you need to reconsider this. This is obviously based off Smasher Pass, which is sexual, and you have a small child model, which means you're sexualizing children. And she got dragged over the coals for that. And it turned Irina's fun little stream idea into a war between aunties and lollicons, when she genuinely just wanted to do, like, a fun little stream thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is probably one of the reasons that contributed to her retiring like a couple months later. Just because that level of attention never went away. So she's
Jeez.
always had that negative attention following.
So Allara forced somebody to graduate.
I wouldn't say she forced them, but she helped start it, and she saw no problem with it. She also tried to say there's a difference between small tuber and lollytuber, which there isn't. Small tuber came out of lollytuber because they just thought it was a cuter name.
More brand-friendly name, maybe?
Yeah, they're literally the same thing, and she was just too dumb to see that. She's one of those people that sees lolly means actual child.
Mm-hmm.
Got back who? Talking about Allara.
Yes. Now it's on to
Allara would have her next controversy when somebody noticed that one of her toggles for her model made her black. So
not necessarily black, but like dark elf.
even if you don't
basically.
know the name Allara, you probably, if you're on Twitter at all in the VTuber area, you probably have heard somebody say the blackface elf VTuber. That's her. Which she tries. I didn't find this out till I was looking back on this today, but I realized that she sort of faked the controversy when she responded to it.
Really?
So the original person showed a clip of her doing like Akko's kind of black, which is, you know, the brown, which is a more traditional kind of skin color.
A tanned kind of thing.
Yes. But when she posted about it to respond, she had her model straight black, like midnight black. And she said, "Oh, I was actually just being a dark elf." And then I saw the actual clip from her stream, and it's like, no, you were more like regular black person skin color, not like dark elf skin color.
Not like drow color.
It wasn't drow color.
Oh.
I put it in shooting the shit, Akko, so you could look.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, did you find the right one?
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, it was more like black skin color.
Oh my gosh!
And I found another
Holy
tweet
shit!
where she showed a bunch of different quote elf skin colors, and she tried to say that she was a Garuda elf, which Garudas aren't really considered elves. They're considered Garudas, and they're specific to fucking Legend of Zelda. I have never seen
orange.
Yeah, I've never really seen like that color elf. Drow or like midnight black.
Or just like a mix of black and blue, but like
Yeah, they're
holy
like black and
crap.
bluish. And then you sometimes, yeah, see, that's what she has under there.
Like even the anime dark elves aren't that dark. I don't know.
And in one of the tweets she had made when she was actually addressing the controversy, when she was getting huge flack for it, she had made her model look like drow black bluish and said, "This is what people are canceling me for. I actually just look like a drow." And I'm like, and I just kind of rolled with that, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of BS on your part, but this is kind of the community you fostered.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing that is kind of funny, is Allara wants to be part of that community. I don't know why. When you want to talk about drama and work with drama, that's not really the community that you want to foster, because they will drop you because they don't like drama. Or they like drama that's against people they don't like, but what were you thinking?
Yeah. And to clarify, chat, this is not canceling Allara. I genuinely don't care that she did this. I thought it was funny. But I do think it's funny that she tries to align herself with this community, and this is kind of the stuff she does.
I can only see her teeth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like what were you thinking? I'm sorry, I just...
So yeah, some of you probably know her as the blackface elf.
That's what I... Unironically, I joke. I mean, like... I say that and then I say that's not actually true, but that's what people didn't like about her in the past. And I
So
was,
chat. Oh, do you have anything else?
I was just gonna say I defended her, like, cause like I'm pretty sure I have said at some point, you know, like if you want to be an elf that has a dark elf toggle, I can see how that works, and I don't really feel like you should be canceled over that. But now, like with everything that's going on, it's just like this is the community that you're a part of. What are you doing? I'm sorry.
But Laura, who, by the way, chat, I know for a fact does not like me, which I think is why she picked up on this so quickly, decided to do a stream on the Torah situation, where she covered our half of it. And she, first off, in her original stream, she spent about as much time talking about Torah as she did of us, which is fucking wild to me. This is where we get to that thing we talked earlier with some people, where being non-PC is seen as equally as bad as, like, domestic abuse and assault. Because even during her stream, and in some of her YouTube comments on the edited version of the stream, she is agreeing with people saying that her section covering us made them more sick than the section talking about Torah. And that is kind of how all of them are. Which wasn't necessarily even my problem with her stream.
That's
I thought that was
crazy.
bad.
That is very bad.
The other thing is she spent the entire time basically trying to talk us down as being disrespectful to victims or whatever, and saying we are not proper journalists, which again, we've never claimed to be journalists.
We're not journalists. Stop slander. If some next person to call me that, I am going to sue. No, I'm just kidding. But I am not a journalist.
We're a little gossip fish.
Yes. So while saying that and talking about how disrespectful we are, she has 3 billion redeems going in the background, playing music, doing rave overlays, playing weird, like, sound bites constantly. So she's sitting here talking about, like, and this guy sexually assaulted. Oh my god, rave!
Thank you for the dollars. It's just like how all these sound bites, and because here's the thing, when you're, I feel like, and what's funny is Sylvie Spark even brought this up in their comments. When you want to talk about something serious like sexual assault, maybe you lay off of the redeems. Maybe you turn off the little thing that blurbs up and says thank you for the $5, because while I'm not a journalist, I have half a brain to at the very least keep the serious tone up when it's something like that. And I have absolutely no idea like how that makes Allara any better than us, just having all that shit on there.
Yeah.
Like, at least we don't have annoying ass memes just like plastered all over the pages, redeems, like.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
With
I've discussed in the past, like, when I was streaming my part of the podcast on my Twitch, discussing like which of my redeems I should make like not available. Because like some of them I just like when we're doing the stream, if we're talking about something serious, they come off as just like disrespectful. So I typically settled on only having 2 of my redeems up, and both of them were just like changed how I physically looked.
Yes.
They didn't do like this whole big rigmarole in the background.
Yeah.
But no. Allara has to have she has to have the persona music out. She has to have all these memes bouncing across the screen. People have got to do their text to speech.
She does some voice to sex herself.
Yeah, that's right. She does. Oh, do I have the mega? I have the megaphone here, and she was just doing this all the time. And it's just like, can you please be serious for 2 seconds here? If you're saying I'm not serious, you're saying I'm downplaying somebody's sexual assault when you're literally like.
She's wild for that.
She does the zoom in. She does the voice effects. She does
the oh shit thing.
Visual memes, audio memes.
Like how
yeah. So chat, if you ever give me something from Allara to watch, make sure it is the smallest clip possible, because I cannot put up with this person's fucking streams.
No, they're so annoying. She is unironically, and I mean this with the most prejudice possible, she is the tipster of VTubing. That is
It
how
is
annoying.
terrible.
It is how annoying she is. The tipster of VTubing.
But she goes on. I mean, like, we can always sit down and watch it if we want to. I really don't want to.
No, we're good.
But she tells a couple different lies, chat. Some of them openly and some of them by omission. The first one she tells is, for those of you who don't know, we did on our Twitter account issue an apology to Lily, the person who accused Tora. She pulls up that apology, then pulls up our stream we did before making that, and just openly lies and says, yeah, they made this apology, and they immediately got on stream and started shit-talking her. It's like, it's just a flat-out lie. You can see the times on our stream and on the apology. You just lied.
If I can, I have to imagine the only reason why I could see them doing this is because at that point the stream was gone, because Paco was like, listen, take a week off, walk away from the internet, and so we had decided to walk away from the internet, quite literally. And so if in my personal opinion, Allara did that because she said, oh, they're gone. I can shit talk them all I want, and people will blindly believe what I have to say, and nobody's going to be able to fact check it because the stream is gone, even though it's up right now for people to publicly watch.
I would like to clarify. She or somebody she knows is watching the stream because she just blocked us in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, did she really?
That's funny.
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes, Allara has blocked us because I had her thing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I could, like, read some of the tweets she had made about us, and then she immediately blocked us.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
You missed one, by the way. Here, I'll help you out.
Did she unpin the YouTube stream she posted about today?
So
She
here's
unpinned it.
the one that she did today. Apparently she's getting DMC struck by another person.
Falter.
That we're not going to talk about, but I don't know. You missed one, Allara, so I helped you out there.
Oh, that was another thing. So Allara tried to do like this thing where she's like, oh, they thought they hid it from me, but I have sources. Her sources apparently don't include us, and they don't include Lily, the person who made the Torah document, because she talked to literally nobody before her stream.
Pretty much.
I'm not saying we talked to tons of people, but I've tried in the past.
We talked. I can guarantee to you, Mizu. We talked to way more people about things we want to talk about than Allara does, because we we don't often show it, mostly because we protect our sources like good people. We reach out to people saying, hey, do you want to talk about this? Can we get you on the podcast? You know, every time that there is a situation, we attempt to talk to people. When it came to the Pappy stuff, I think one of us reached out to Mythic and said, can you talk about this? We want to hear what you have to say. Every time there's something like that, we will reach out to people, because it's important to not only source your shit, but to make sure that you're saying it right. And the way that Allara did, because I did listen to it, and other people listened to it for us, and we appreciate them. She does not sound like she sourced anything. It just sounds like she saw the clips. She's like, oh, I'm gonna grab that VOD, I'm gonna download it, and then I'm just gonna say whatever I want. That's all it sounds like. That's all it sounds like.
I think the best part is she makes a comment on it, like about the apology, and she's like, I hope Lily doesn't accept this apology. When if she went to Lily's account, Lily accepted that apology a day before her stream.
Yeah.
So she just did zero research about anything. Did not care. She had people just tell her stuff and she ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
The part I found most interesting about her stream was she pulls up our stream. Somebody, I guess, had recorded the whole thing and just sent it to her. Which I'm fine with. Personally, in the future, we probably won't unlist anything unless there's like some kind of legal issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess somebody had sent it to us. So she showed on stream, she had the full thing, like the full, like, it was 2.5, 3 hours, whatever.
I can tell you how long
And she
it
says, hey, chat, I want to show you guys a part. And she's clearly like looking at her desk to see a time frame. And she slides to a very specific time frame that she had pre-approved. And the only reason I comment on that is because it's cut very specifically when I'm telling my story of when I got sexually assaulted to make it sound like I'm talking about someone else's and I'm trashing them. She cut it very specifically to make it sound like that. And if she had that time frame, it meant that she was listening to that section. So she picked that out intentionally to try and make me look bad. And I genuinely, like, Allara, if you're listening or one of your flying monkeys are listening, that is genuinely disgusting behavior on your part. Like, legitimately, that's fucked up.
Yeah, congratulations. It's like, I don't. It takes a lot for me to genuinely dislike somebody for the actions that they did. That is disgusting. Very disgusting, I might add. Like people can get mad at us for our opinions. That is disgusting.
It's also very funny that that is the only clip she played from our whole stream.
It makes you no better than, according to your logic, it makes you no better than us.
Yeah.
No better.
That was the big thing I wanted to address, because I thought that was super scummy on her part, and I was like, are you really doing that in the context of this issue? Like, you guys saw in the starting thing, that part where she says, you can't revoke consent, that's not like a joke on her part. That's her talking about something I said on Twitter about revoking consent. And she is saying that legitimately, making fun of us for thinking we can revoke consent. So it's like, in the context of what we're talking about, is that really something you want to seriously say and mean? Because it is not helping your case at all, honey.
No, it doesn't. It's just. And I thought we got in trouble for I don't know. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant.
The other huge, super fun thing she had in there was, it took me a minute to like loop my mind back to it. Oh, she kept trying to say like we hated our fans. And again, she had the full stream downloaded. If she had watched the start, the middle, the end, or any other part of the stream, she would have seen in the chat where people were saying, you are being stream sniped. And she's like, look at all these people in the chat. These are all of their fans, and they're just spiting all of them. It's like, no, you have the full stream, so you heard us verbally say, if you actually watched it for context, we are being stream sniped by X, Y, and Z people, and these are all their fans.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, like, why did you lie so much?
Because she didn't
And
think.
plus, we
Go
know
ahead.
our supporters by name the majority of the time, because we're still relatively small, so we're able to actively identify who supports us.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were acting like we had just killed our account. We have the same viewers we always do.
Yeah. And we
Although
let
I
them
will
make
say,
fun of
all those people showing up last time almost gave us enough watch hours to be monetized.
Yeah. Congratulations. We had like 300 watch hours from all of the people that hate watched us. Thank you. I'm not trying to be facetious here, but thank you.
Can I ask
Yeah, we
you
now have a
sexually
ridiculous number of
degraded
watch
since
hours.
You hate us? Cryo, you're stinky. There you go.
Consensually degraded. Save that for the Finsley.
No.
Me.
I can pull out my voice acting voice again. Oh, it's gonna take a little bit to get back into.
Oh, also, so Olga is not allowed to talk about this person.
Okay.
But I'm allowed to talk about this person.
Go right ahead. Go
So-
right ahead.
An old nemesis of Akko's, who I used to be friends with and I tried to help at one point, which I have not fought with them at all since anything happened. But they still like wrote me into every issue they have with Akko all the time. So I'm allowed to be mad at them now. They retweeted Allara and like a billion other people trashing on us. They were constantly posting everywhere. Looks like Akko's career is over. Look like Akko's going down the drain. Looks like Akko has ruined herself and she'll never have a career again. She also retweeted Allara's newest stream about us, and in the last hour, she's deleted her quote tweet, which has been there all day long.
Oh, wait, really?
So at some point over the course of the stream, she has deleted that because I was going to pick that one too, so I could read it specifically for chat.
Oh no! Well, I have it saved. Do you want me to share it?
Of course you do.
Here, let me go to their account and make sure it's not like just a weird thing.
Hold on, I'll do it.
Yep, nope, it is, they might have removed it after they got in a fight with Royan. But yep, it is gone.
Oh shoot, that's not all of it, damn it.
But it's just...
No, it's there.
Oh, is it still there?
It's there.
Where? Link the tweet and just shooting the, just shooting the shit, because I'm scrolling down their account and I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Well, they tweet. Oh, yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Here, I'll
Why
link
is it nowhere on their Twitter page for me?
Yeah.
Do you want me to, like, share it on the screen?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, so she still has it, chat. Which, this is not the only tweet they've made about this. And they said, OMG, Allara made a video on the entire thing. And Occo and the cast are featured on the thumbnail. Which, by the way, another thing... Allara, when talking about somebody who she personally believes is a serial sexual assaulter, put us just as front and center as they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of their 40-minute, the edited version of the 40-minute video, we make up 1/4 of the video.
Can we see? That is up to Mizu, not me.
Well, do you want to see the person or the Allara thing?
I can show that. We can bring up the thumbnail, probably.
And they said, like, damn, I thought this entire thing would be over, but Allara is not letting them get away with this. I don't think they realize this is Allara editing down a stream.
Mm-hmm.
I know who that nemesis is after nonsense tweets about Occo. F that person and their dregs. Yeah, look, I used to be friends with them too. I was on a stream with them like way back in the day, and I tried to be nice to them, but they just...
You know what's funny?
They refuse.
It's funny, Mizu, is you basically parrot my exact same experience. You tried to help them, and
They refuse to listen to me.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not allowed.
No,
Yeah, we have
not allowed.
We forbade Occo from talking about this person because they just like go on long rants.
I A-log, so chat, in
Which-
order to not, I'm not going to.
Look, chat, I feel like this person kind of deserves long rants, but at the same time, they just won't ever stop. They're crazy.
Well, they don't need the attention, honestly.
They won't stop because they got nothing better to do.
And then I do like that Occo replied to this, or Allara replied to this with, I don't see them coming back from this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Allara.
We have only gone up from this.
Allara, our max concurrence was 50 this stream. Excuse me. 53.
Also, Occo, you should remove the chibi from your face.
I know, that was so people could see I'm not talking. I don't I don't know. What do you mean we're not coming back from this? The account is up, the Twitter is up, the video is not removed. People can watch it, and if you want, like, if people want to judge us on how we handled it, yeah, me and Mizu probably went off on the fly a little bit. I don't care.
Send this.
I don't care.
I want to send this person my video from earlier. You know, on the video, we played at the start. There's one screen that is all dedicated to one person who made like 100 tweets about us.
Mm-hmm.
That person is in the Nemesis thread.
Oh, are they really?
6 minutes ago, those idiots are trying to do a Where Are They Now stream. I can't believe they're trying to come back this fast. How ignorant are they?
Gee.
This is chat. This is the Collar Witch person. They have a dedicated spot on my video, which that is not all of their tweets. Those 7 tweets I put there, plus 2 others at random spots of the video, are a tiny fraction of the number of tweets they made about us in regards to this one singular issue.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm new here, so I don't know who you're talking about. That's the idea. They don't get attention.
Yes.
All you need to know is we have a nemesis who sucks, and they're trying to use us getting pseudo canceled to rehab their terrible image.
Yes.
No more words from Akko, just yes.
I'm gonna hug the Clodsire. By the way, I do look like the completionist with my Clodsire, and I fucking rock it hard. Please give me more insults. I will laugh at them.
Also, if you guys want to talk about something, I need to find this other person for us to talk about, because their shit was crazy, and I need to find like their actual @ and the tweet they made. Do you two have nothing to talk about?
No, I
got shit to talk about.
I have something to talk about. I made a this is kind of off topic, but I made a post today because, like, tangentially from all of this, one of the people that was trying to dunk on us was Crimbo. And the reason why Crimbo was relevant is because a couple weeks ago, he was celebrating Stone Toss getting doxxed. And my opinion back then was saying that is really fucking stupid that you would celebrate anybody getting doxxed, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would be fucking terrified. And people were obviously saying, no, Stone Toss deserves to get doxxed because he's like anti-LGBTQ and he's like all anti-Semitic. Is like, I don't care. I don't care if he is anti anything. I don't think he should be doxxed because nobody deserves to be doxxed, because obviously for a lot of people that's a very terrifying thing. A lot of people wouldn't know how to deal with that. And so because of that, my whole point was just, why the fuck are you trying to advocate for that when it could very easily be turned back on you? Because here's the thing, both political sides are insane. That's why I don't align myself with any of them. And if anybody on the right looks at you, Crimbo, and says, oh man, I don't really like that guy. That guy doxed somebody I really like. Let's go after him. That's how easy it is. That is how easy it is for crazy people to go after you. I don't think people realize that. And so it really pissed me off. And so I made a thread today asking, is doxing wrong? And some people are saying it depends on the person. That does kind of worry me.
Here's my thing, right? If somebody is a criminal, the only person who needs their dox is the police you're sending it to.
I agree. I agree.
Not the internet. The only reason you post a dox on the internet is A, you're trying to get attention, B, you're trying to get vigilante justice. One of those is extremely bad, and the other one is legally dubious.
Yes. I would say the only situation, and here's the thing, in this situation, you're not the one doing the doxing. The police are. Is when somebody is a convicted predator and they have to use their real name and their real credentials online, because it is part of the law that when you are a convicted sex criminal, you have to use that information. And that is the only time. But even then, you are not the one doing the doxing. It's the police forcing you to do it to yourself. Otherwise, I think none of it is right. And I don't understand why people lose their minds over that opinion. Like, why are you losing your mind over the fact that everybody deserves the right to anonymity? It just... I don't know.
This person tweets so fucking much.
Really?
Oh, they have upped their accusations about me.
Oh, who? Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the full thread.
The one that was talking about your past or something? Excuse me, or something?
The one that was making up a past of me as a trans woman.
When I was scrolling through Fat Slovenian, there's a post that was commenting on a post of one of your accounts, and it said, oh, well, you know, if Mizu did this, then she could have just done this. And I'm like, but it's Mizu's a man.
It's debatable.
So there is the one the thread I was talking about, and then here is the next one that popped up. Why did the first one not work? Here, let me.
Oh.
It doesn't pop up for some reason.
The
Or it
first
doesn't show
one?
the preview, but you can click it, yeah.
The first one, you want us to click on the first one first?
Yeah, just do the first one.
Okay.
Because I think chat will kind of get a kick out of this, because this person is insane.
I have to use an incognito tab. Hold on a moment.
Well, probably,
person
yeah,
has
they
blocked
definitely
me.
blocked you.
Hold on a moment, chat. These people don't want us to laugh at them.
I don't care what gender you are, put the main outfit on.
Can I show
I am.
that? Hold on. That should be okay to show. Alright, just making sure. There we go. Alright, I am showing it on screen now.
Good. So chat, this person is genuinely crazy. So please and thank you, do not interact with this person.
At all.
Because when I say crazy, I don't mean this is like a person who's being super mean to us and I don't like it. No, this person I genuinely believe might have some issues. But the thing about people with issues is sometimes the shit they say is really funny.
It's only showing the first tweet, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'll have to read through the rest.
Okay.
So, they basically accuse me of being this person called Kiona Rose. I had to solicit a couple different chats to ask if anybody knew who the fuck this was. Because I couldn't find anything under Kiona Rose, except I think there's like a famous pianist who's called Kiona Rose. I couldn't find anything under Kiona Rose VTuber. I couldn't find anything under like Kiona Rose controversy or Kiona Rose drama. Like just nothing with this person's name. They mentioned later in this thread that Kiona Rose is from Second Life. So for those of you who have never played Second Life, because I actually did, Second Life has a character database where you can search people's names in it. So I searched Kiona Rose on that, like every permutation of it, and she doesn't show up in there either. So I guess she might have changed her name, but I thought Second Life kept track of that, maybe not. This whole thread that this person made is predicated on the fact that I am Kiona Rose, and I don't know why I am. They never, like, make the connection.
I would like to see some proof that you are this
Yeah.
magical Kiona Rose.
And you can see at the bottom of his first tweet, I will talk about Kiona Rose, who is also known as Mizuhana from Underthetea, who is a transgender using a voice changer.
I don't know if this person is a bigot or if they're just trying to be rude, but wow, rude.
So I don't I don't know why I'm a transgender. Nobody says that, by the way. That's, you would say they are transgender. I don't know who says they're a transgender except somebody who's genuinely like transphobic. And I don't know
like
how
a
they're accusing me of,
child.
I thought they mistook me for Akko because they said using a voice changer. But in the very next tweet, they post a picture of my old Twitter account before it was banned, which has a very clear picture of my model on it, so they know who I am. They're not confusing me with Akko. So I just, I don't understand. But their next tweet is, I used to play a virtual chat game called Second Life around 2012. Okay, so I'm gonna clarify this chat. I'm going to read this tweet in its entirety, and I want to clarify, I am reading it like exactly. I'm not changing any words, because if I try to fix their grammar, I'm going to break my brain and give myself an aneurysm.
Did you take screenshots of these, by the way, in case they try to delete them?
I can.
Okay, I would.
I'll just take a picture of the whole thread. I used to play a virtual chat game called Second Life around 2012. Who's been outed as a pedo defender, a GFX crasher, a stalker. She's also caught for harassing victims and minors. She's a homophobic. Some things I have seen from her is verbal abusing chat members and her associating with some blacklisted people like Melania, aka Cherry. I also remember that she spammed particles in a community called Isle of Worms back in February 15th, 2013, around 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I think with blackface people, and it had like What Is Love by Hadaway spammed to max volume.
What? That is some specifics.
I'm gonna be honest, my teeth are hurting again, probably from listening to this.
Dude.
I just, like I said, I have to read like this person's tweets just outright because
Okay,
it is so bad. If I try and mentally correct it like I normally do, I probably will give myself an aneurysm.
I want to ask them if they know what moon phase was going on in the sky.
Their next tweet. The same time, Pony's alt boring guy was there with her rezzing a particle GFX crasher in an open res area, and he disappeared right in front of me. I nearly couldn't move, had to shut my PC down and reboot to just get back on SL. I found out I was warned by staff if it happens one more time, I will be banned. Then 4 months later, I got falsely accused. I believe it was one of the two. Then ending up getting permabanned from their community, and I went over to Edinburgh East. Kiona Rose was right there with him and a new friend of his. I logged off and took 2 years off from Second Life because of her. She has been a huge snake towards me and towards the VTuber and Pony community. She also was a huge fan of the Homestuck fandom as well.
That's
Just
an
want to
insult.
put that into note here. I want to clarify, chat, because I read this for a few people. The most offensive part of this thread to me is they accused me of being a Homestuck fan.
Hey. As a voice actor for Jane Crocker back in the day for a Tumblr blog, shut the fuck up.
Never let that guy cook again. Genuinely, chat, I don't know what this person is on. And what's funny is, well, I guess it's not even funny, because if you are on the internet too much and kind of in the VTuber space, you probably have used Second Life at some point.
I've never.
So it's probably
touched it.
not that weird that there actually is crossover with me of using Second Life in the past. But I genuinely don't know anything about Homestuck other than I think the characters are gray and they have horns. And
That's
I
just
think Toby
trolls.
Fox made it.
No, Andrew Hussey made it. The
I
great
don't
ones
know
are
who
the
made it.
trolls.
I don't know anything about Homestuck.
It's Andrew Hussey.
The point
Oh.
is, we don't care.
I can't escape this bullshit no matter how much time passes. I hate it here.
Genuinely honest, I know nothing about Homestuck. So
It was definitely 6 years of my life that I could have used for something more productive, but instead I did voice acting.
yeah, so this person has accused me of being Kiona Rose, and I don't know who that is. I can't find anything on them. And I even asked in some, because they said they were a huge thorn in the VTuber space. So I asked in some VTuber drama discords, nobody's heard that name before. Nobody knows who this is.
Maybe it's their alternate personality.
And they would later make another tweet about me from the Spoodle tweet where they clipped us talking about non-binary people. They retweeted that and said, anyone who supports Mizuhana, do not follow me. You can block me right now. You are defending someone who protected Amelia and also the same fuckface that allegedly defending a pedophile who fucked me over when I was 17 years of age in 2012. Read this post. Thank you, Spoodle, for making this post and for warning everyone. You are awesome for spreading awareness. Also, fuck Underthetea, fuck Occo, fuck Kiona/Mizu, fuck Juniper EN, fuck Pan from their talents, fuck LuminousCove.
What?
Don't know who Pan is.
Who the fuck is
but apparently
Pan?
we're now related to someone named Pan.
Who's Pan? Why? Who am I being slandered against right now?
So I don't know what's going on. It's because the thing is, if Pan was one of you two, or they were accusing one of you two, it would have been like name/Pan, because they did fuck Kiona / Mizu. So I don't know who Pan is. It just says from their talents. Who is Pan?
This is how you know it's the true schizophrenic behavior. I don't know. I don't try to self-diagnose anybody. But...
Akko is right. This is like proper schizo behavior. Don't interact in this person. I picked this up from like old Mediker streams. I think it is perfectly acceptable to point and laugh from a distance. Don't try and get involved.
No,
because when you get involved, bad things happen.
No, I agree. Yeah. Don't poke it. Just laugh at it, because it's like at the zoo. You get to watch the people at the zoo. Sometimes they do something funny. Sometimes you get to walk in and the animals are having sex, and that's always funny when you're on a school trip. But don't try and get into the pen with the lion, because the lion's gonna maul you to death, and it's not even gonna be intentionally either.
Yeah, it's gonna be an accident.
Just don't.
But yeah, no, this person's insane.
That is
I don't know how to.
Horribly insane. Wow. Gen 2 now with Pan.
I would fucking laugh my ass off if at some point Juniper gets someone with the name Pan and it's like, oh, it's been foretold.
It's been foretold. You
Fuck
must
you,
join.
Pan.
We're all required to hate Pan.
We're all required,
Yep.
exactly.
But yeah, I went ahead and just saved his threads because this is proper schizo behavior.
That
and
is
it's so
very
funny.
schizo behavior. Holy cow. I
Like,
know
what are
somebody
you
said
supposed to say about
somebody said
this?
something about me too, and I didn't catch it, but I think you put it in the intro videos, saying that what did it say? It was like that I was a fan of some sort of online community that I'd never heard of before.
Somebody accused Akko of being big in the AO3 space, which is from what I understand, is like a repository for fan fiction.
Yeah, AO3 is basically just the new fanfiction hub after fanfiction.net just basically got abandoned and all that.
Yeah, for some reason they're like, yeah, Akko's like this huge thorn
Really?
in like the AO3 space and a big defender of like all this stuff over there.
Man, that would be pretty cool. I'd love to make a whole bunch of it. No, I would legitimately like to know how. Where? What have I written?
Akko can hardly write a sentence correctly sometimes, let alone write a multi-chapter fic.
I can't hardly write the books that I want to write. You wanna know how many ideas that are trapped inside my 9 brains that I'd like to spit out and actually produce? I can't get that out because I'm so lazy and just uninspired. So I don't know what these people are. I mean, I will.
Because 8 of the brains hold your autism. That's why.
Here's what I will say right here, right now, because I will give something somebody can actually pin on me, but it is nothing. I used to play roleplay on Twitter. The account that I have on Twitter is that account. Yes, I used to do lewd roleplay with it. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do that. Like, if you're gonna pin me on shit that you can actually like say, oh, I think this is gross. And I don't know. It's just bizarre.
Imagine role-playing online couldn't be me, was definitely me.
I don't know, but Chad, if you want to know why I'm an octopus, it's because I used to do Splatoon roleplay. And I'm pretty open about that. Somebody was like, oh, Akko used to do lewd roleplay in the Splatoon verse, which is a young person. It's like, yeah, it's a young person game. And everybody on the internet is also adults that play that game. It's like,
yeah.
What the fuck? You guys are trying to pin me on stuff that nobody cares about.
Yeah, it's wild what some of the people are saying.
I mean, hell, I got my Splatoon OC drawn by a Bardbot, and he's a porn artist, and he did some good shit on it. Yeah.
It's the internet who doesn't lewd roleplay.
Exactly.
I firmly believe everybody has, and they just refuse to admit it.
No, I'll admit it. I did. And some of the people that don't like me are people that I've lewd roleplayed with just because of ideological reasons or whatever. But like, I don't. It's roleplay. It's not real. Unless I actually met up with you, it's not real.
Oh, chat. Here's your cringy fact of the day. because like I said, I did play Second Life at one point, and I did lewd roleplay on Second Life. I found out the other day that the app I used to play Second Life through, which is called Firestorm, caches every conversation you have in a folder. And I accidentally stumbled upon that folder the other
Really?
week.
Oh.
And I found every lewd RP conversation I had ever had over like 5 years of Second Life when I was in high school.
Oh, how was that secondhand embarrassment?
It hurt. I forgot that at
Ooh.
one point on Second Life I was dating an Australian girl who claimed that she was a real life hermaphrodite and that she could have sex with you over like continents using Wiccan magic.
I've ran into people like that on IMVU.
Oh. Wow.
God.
And
That's your cringe fact of the day, Chad. I thought you might get some entertainment out of that.
Nerdy Badger says, I misjudged you. You're blind, crippled, and a pervert. Wow. Listen, chat, I will be 100% honest. When I became a VTuber, I resolved that I would not be like a not safe for work streamer unless like it was fun to do. And personally, it just doesn't look very fun for me to do. I mean, I may do like suggestive, etchy art, but I just personally, I resolved not to do it because it's also not really good for business, because with the credit card companies right now, with them restricting all that stuff, you gotta be safe for work because eventually they're just gonna come for you. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I cucked somebody on Second Life. I forgot about this. So I learned when I was ERPing with this one girl that Second Life has a thing you can put on a person. Like it has to be like a piece of clothing. They have to wear it on their avatar. But when they do, I don't know how it works, but it basically gives you access to all of their conversations that they have with other people. Which, by the way, I think it's wild. That's a thing that you can do in game. That sounds like such like a security risk, but whatever. So I was like constantly ERPing with this one girl, and then one day her boyfriend DMs me out of nowhere with like pictures of some of the chat logs, and he's like, "I know you've been fucking my girl."
Oh my gosh. I'm begging you, I will never forgive you if you become a Listen, Cryo, I am very simple. I'm pretty sure you can tell the things that I like based off of looking at a picture of my model. You can very easily tell what I like.
Tits and tans.
Pretty much. Who doesn't like tits and a good tan?
You know what? Fair. Well, here, have Lumi's cringe fact of the day. So when I used to frolic on IMVU as an unsupervised minor, that's where I learned how to ERP for the first time. Oh, it was so bad. It was so fucking bad.
Oh yeah, guys, if we're anything to go by, never ERP with anyone online that you're not like 100% sure is an adult.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Because we were all like minors and we were like, yeah, we could just ERP with anybody we want. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's only gets you in trouble if you're an adult and you do it.
That's where I first got groomed. Hey, but then I got good at writing, and then I got premium currency out of people just by writing.
You were the
Isn't that
RuneScape
funny?
girlfriend.
I was the RuneScape girlfriend. And I also used people's addresses from various other states to get premium currency, so I'm sorry if you got sent any weird things.
Cryo, I will never play League of Legends. I have not touched it, and I will never touch League of Legends as long as I live.
That's probably for the best.
Ever. You will never. You will have to pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars to make me play it.
Look, chat, you should have expected this. You know we were all weird. The difference is we're open about being weird.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just like, we don't care. Like, there's a lot with all these people on Twitter. They try to be like, they try to be hardcore Christians, and yet all of them seem to be hardcore atheists. Except they act like they LARP like it's time to go to church on Sunday. Yet they are some of the most degenerate pieces of shit online, and they try to hide it. And it's just like, why are you trying to hide yourself? Like, unless you're committing a crime, this is the internet. Let your freak flag fly, man.
It is pretty bad. But did you guys have anything else you wanted to bring up? Because I think we covered basically everything.
I don't got shit.
No, I just nothing that I can talk about. But like,
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk about the nemesis.
no, you guys can talk about them if you want, but
Oh, I will throw all the shade at them. I think they're the dumbest person imaginable.
oh, they are.
We can save that for next week. It's getting late, and I gotta cook shit for the morning.
Yeah, and I gotta go get some teeth taken out tomorrow. Chat, pray for me, please.
And don't worry, chat. We'll upload the music video.
I don't have
People
strength.
should be more like Melanie Mac. You mean the Melanie fucking Mac had a fucking breakdown on Twitter. I seen that shit actively happen. She just started calling people the fucking F word and shit. And I'm like, Melanie. She finally fucking snapped, and it was hilarious. Okay.
I don't
yeah,
plan
I'm
to
done.
snap anytime soon. Go sleep? I will. I gotta sleep. Because I have a feeling I'll need it. Apparently getting your teeth extracted doesn't take very long. It's just you gotta get numbed up and then they just poke you and pick the teeth out.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I will. Anyway, chat. That's all we got for everybody everywhere that's watching us. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching us. We deeply appreciate you. Whether you like us or whether you hate us and you're just watching us because you want to hate watch us, we appreciate you. You're giving us watch time. And you're going to get recommended our content more because of that. I don't know.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We will see you all. We'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna be doing some more freedom, I think.
Yes, we
We'll
gotta
figure
do
it out.
free. We'll either do some freedom, or I wanna try that content warning game with you guys because I've been seeing a lot of people play it and it looks like fun.
I already downloaded it.
I should
Before.
download it.
You should make sure it's not gone off sale yet.
I
Well, it
I already
already went-
claimed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
we already claimed it.
I just making sure.
Anyway, chat, I do have an outro song if you want to listen to it. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. You guys have a good one.
Bye.